Vitali Kitschko says residential buildings in the central Pechest district and in an eastern district of Kiev were badly damaged. Lyubov Petrivna, a resident of one of the damaged buildings, tells the AP everything in her apartment shattered. I was lying in bed, there was a powerful explosion and glass rained down on me. Video footage posted to Telegram showed a large fire spreading through multiple floors of the 9-story building. The large-scale attacks come during a renewed U.S. push to end the war that's raged for nearly 4 years and talks about a U.S.-brokered peace plan. I'm Charles Tiledesma.
Afghanistan's Taliban government accuses Pakistan of launching overnight strikes in 3 eastern provinces, killing 10 civilians. The Pakistani military denies the Afghan claims, insisting there were no such strikes. The White House says none of the Democrats urging military service members to disobey illegal orders from President Trump has been able to name a single such order because, the White House says, no illegal orders have been issued. Heading out for Thanksgiving, a lot of people are, and a lot of them are driving.
We anticipate seeing 73 million Americans hitting the road this Thanksgiving season. We anticipate the busiest travel on the road in the afternoon of this coming Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday.
Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. Commerce Department reports retail sales rose slightly in September. That followed 3 months of big gains as Americans continue spending heading into the all-important holiday shopping season. Dow futures are up 30 points. NASDAQ futures down 51. More on these stories, townhall.com.
This is Dennis Prager for AmFed Coin and Bullion. There's something about the feel of a gold coin in your hand and the way the light reflects off its intricate details that has always captivated me. Nick Grovich, AmFed's owner, turned that same passion into his livelihood. Nick began collecting coins as a teen, and that interest grew into a nationally respected business offering only the finest quality coins at the most competitive prices. But the truth is that although Nick is a rare coin dealer, he doesn't believe in rare coins. Rare coins do not make sound investments, but they do make dealers a lot of money. See, that's part of what I respect about him. AmFed specializes in buying non-performing numismatic coins and turning them into gold or silver investments that provide liquidity and perform competitively against the market. Whether you're buying or selling, call 800-221-7694. That's 800-221-7694. AmericanFederal.com.
A grand opening for a new Walmart store is a first for the company.
Walmart officially opened its first branded store in South Africa at a mall location just west of Johannesburg. The store opening marks Walmart's direct entry into the African retail market. The launch event over the weekend reportedly attracted large crowds seeking both bargains and access to international products rarely found locally, such as branded appliances, unique toys, and specialty food and beverage items.
That's correspondent Bill Alexander. Pair of giant pandas who lived in France for 13 years, heading back to China now. The pandas are both 17. They're traveling on a 12-hour flight from Paris. The zoo director says they need specialized care because of their age. One has been diagnosed with kidney failure. The pandas are returning to the Chengdu research base of giant panda breeding. The pair became famous in France after arriving in 2012. News and analysis, townhall.com. Key figure in the NBA gambling scandal has entered a plea in federal court.
Portland Trail Blazers coach Chauncey Billups has pleaded not guilty to charges he profited from rigged poker games involving several mafia figures and another former NBA player. The Hall of Famer was arraigned Monday in a federal court in New York City. Billups was among more than 30 charged in last month's sprawling federal takedown of illegal gambling operations linked to professional sports. He previously appeared in Oregon federal court on October 23rd. His attorney at the time said that the five-time All-Star was a, quote, man of integrity, end quote, and denied the charges. I'm Geffen Coolbaugh.
A task force formed at the direction of President Trump to combat crime in Memphis, Tennessee, has made thousands of arrests. Since late September, hundreds of federal, state, and local law enforcement personnel have fanned out across the city. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The demolition, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Thanksgiving Tuesday?
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah, eve of Thanksgiving. A day that, if you're going to be working this week, probably your busy day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to get it all done because, tomorrow everyone's traveling and got Thanksgiving on the brain. Nothing happening tomorrow. So today's it.
Yeah.
Getting stuff done.
Just make sure that you leave your turkey's crevice up next to the fireplace so that Santa can stuff it, or however that works. I don't know. That's why they keep me out of the kitchen.
Down the chimney and right into the turkey.
This picture just like 4 just random turkeys crevice up.
He hits them like boots.
Oh God, they're showing holes.
You left the giblets in the bag in the back.
Oh, you're supposed to take those out of the bag. Right.
How many people found it in the prepared meat? Once the carving began, before they realized, that bag's supposed to come out. There's a bag in there? I know so many people have done it. I know one year...
It cooks in the bag. It's fine.
Well, one year, I remember, and I can't remember... I got to be honest. I don't remember if it was my mom that did it or if this was something my in-laws we did years ago. But I remember we had I don't remember if it was a chicken or a turkey, but there was a bag that... I guess there was 2 bags or something... Because we found a bag, and then we cooked it, and lo and behold, there was another bag up in there later on.
That was a promiscuous turkey.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Call that turkey 2 bag.
That's double giblet Thursdays. With
I remember seeing a cooked bag in a thing one time.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know about the bag. I mean, I didn't know about the bag.
That joke just went right over your head.
No, I mean, I'm glad you told me, because if it ever comes up in the future that I have to cook a turkey, I'm going to go looking for a bag now. I didn't know that's... There's a bag. I would have made that mistake.
Yeah, there's a bag with you.
This is why the Butterball hotline still exists.
The giblets and everything in there. So you can't have giblet gravy without the bag, man.
I got to imagine it is such a stressful job being working at the call center for the Butterball hotline.
How does one procure that job? I mean,
you'd have to probably take a test showing that you're knowledgeable in the preparation of specifically Butterball turkeys.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Do you have to know that going in? Is part of the interview process is like, all right, 18-pound bird, you got 10 hours. What are you doing?
Well, the joke was always, and I think the commercial was, it's just a bunch of moms.
Yeah.
Like moms and grandmas just sitting around answering questions for kids. But I'm sure that you have to have some type of base knowledge. I'm sure they'll give you like a manual of like,
right,
if they ask you this, tell them this. That's probably what it comes down to is if they ask about this.
Right. Sure.
Say it's this.
The flow chart.
Right.
All right. Question 1, do you have a turkey? Yes? All right.
I just want to call the Butterball hotline and be like, okay, I didn't get a turkey this year. What do I do? Thursday at like 1 p.m.
Be nice to your relatives that are already cooking and go over there. That would be my advice.
I'm not saying You should.
Find a restaurant near you that's serving Thanksgiving meal.
I'm not saying you should troll the Butterball hotline. I'm just saying it's an option. Like if you call them and at like noon on Thursday and be like, when do I take the turkey out of the freezer?
Right.
It's going to drive them nuts. You just have to come up with like several questions that you can ask a Butterball operator that will annoy them to no end.
You know what I would like to go with if we're going to do this? Buy a ham, think it's a turkey, and keep asking questions about the ham.
Right. Now, about the glaze on this ham, what do you use on your ham glaze?
How do y'all get the turkey pre-cut like this?
Now, my turkey is spiral sliced. I had the option of going with whole, but I went with the spiral slice because I felt like it'd be easier to get the pineapple in the wedges.
How do you get that lovely pink on here, right? That's what
Should I cook this turkey bone in?
Right.
Or
I got the butt portion of the turkey, not the shank.
This is a very oddly shaped turkey, I'm not going to lie.
Right.
I think I only got part of it.
Yeah. Oh, man. But I think that would be the move. Go that way.
Have you ever, in real life, seen a turkey with those things on the legs? Like the white, I don't know what you call it, chef hat looking thing. Cartoon turkeys.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Cartoon turkeys
in
always
real life,
have.
Yeah.
What is that?
I've never seen it.
That always drove me nuts because I never saw that in real life on a turkey.
I think that was maybe some kind of fashion thing from the 50s. Maybe they just
like
little chef hats on it.
A little frill.
I mean, in all fairness, too, have you ever ate a pig with an apple in its mouth sitting on a table?
No, but I have seen one in real life.
Have you?
On video.
Yeah.
Like an IRL whole hog with the...
I think they did that because the cartoons did that.
The reason according to like this show is the reason they do is to expose the mouth portion so that it can roast instead of basically broiling in
at least that makes
enclosed
sense.
mouth.
I think the
apple imparts flavor too, I guess.
Well, and I know like in barbecuing, like when they smoke meats and like when they do competition drumsticks and like the chicken, they'll put foil over the ends of the exposed bone to keep it from burning for appearance.
Maybe.
So maybe that's what the chef hats are for. I don't know.
I'm gonna look into it because I've never seen that in real life.
I haven't either. It's only been on cartoons. And it's usually by Donald Duck's family as they're eating a bird.
Right. Don't even get me started. Okay, see, now I'm seeing them in real life. Regency wraps paper frills. They're decorative holders for turkey. So, like, for the turkey legs, it's so you don't messy your hand, I guess.
Oh.
That's downright considerate of them.
Well, it's not my hand that gets messy.
No, it's the rest of me.
Yeah. Where's the face shift?
What I need is little like barrettes to put my mustache back so that I don't.
And then the stringy thingies in the turkey leg.
Right.
You know, what are you gonna do with those? Little chef ain't gonna protect you from those.
Well, I guess the moral of this story is I'm sheltered because all I really had to do was Google turkey with foot covers, and I could have seen it in real life. So,
well, in all fairness, too, I've never had a mouse that lives in a perfect little door hole.
I know. I was like, there's no mouse problem here. I don't see any tiny doors.
You don't have any of that.
But I do appreciate that they admire hacienda style. You know, they go with archways.
Well, you know, they're pleasing to the eye.
Those 90-degree cuts. Those are hard for a mouse.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to fit a door. It's hard to get the cheese.
I always really admire the ones with the door. Like sometimes Jerry had a door that he would just slam. I'm like, where did you get a fitting for that?
Where do you find hinges so tiny?
Right. I don't think they sell that size up at the Home Depot.
Not to mention a screwdriver to actually put in said hinges, but that's, you know.
Plus, all that time installing the door, you're just exposed to Tom.
Yeah.
You can come over at any point and just, yoink.
I think that was installed during the Tom and Jerry, their friends years. So it was okay, you know. They both had common enemies like the dog up the street or something.
Right.
So,
I think Speedy Gonzalez had Slowpoke Rodriguez build his door.
Right. But then again, he could get a frying pan through that door. I don't know how he did that.
sideways.
No. That frying pan was like 6 times his size. I'm not good at science, but I knew that was fake.
Maybe it was a rubber frying pan.
I knew that was CGI.
That's AI. Come on. Oh, this is where you draw the line?
That's right.
Not the bipedal cat chasing the bipedal mouse.
Nope, seen that happen. All true.
Physics is where I draw the line, sir.
All right, we should get the hour going. Our guest is here.
Yes.
So, we got a full slate for you for today. Yeah, no one ever said about that.
I'm picturing that Leonardo DiCaprio Wolf of Wall Street me sitting there with the bowls there.
That Tom and Jerry's full of crap, man.
Just walks out of the room indignant. This is where I draw the line.
Gotta have some sense of realism in our fake cartoons.
We gotta stand for something or you'll fall for anything, all right?
That's right. All right, let me give you the rundown here. Here in just a few minutes, Don Weld will be joining us with Friends of Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge because good news. Cranes and Cocoa is on like Donkey Kong here November 29th. Thanks to the government unshutdown, we can now have Cranes and Cocoa. So Don's going to give us all the information about that here in just a little bit. In the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15, we're going to replay our interview we had with Elliot Rodriguez from Loan Depot. He joined us earlier in the month. Always talks about good advice when it comes to procuring money for buying your first home or your sixth home, but he really likes working with first-time home buyers. So we'll play his interview here in the 8 o'clock hour. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, about 9:15, back on November 7th, we had Carol Wynn join us with the New Mexico State Police. And she's a recruiter with State Police. They're looking for, new patrolmen. But they are having an event on December 10th at the New Mexico State Police headquarters here, recruitment event. So we talk a little bit about that. So we're going to play that interview with Carol Wynn here about 9:15 this morning. Plus, we'll do all of your features that include the newses of the local, national, variety, Wall Street business updates, and whatever else we can come up with for this hour of the show. Before we do any of that, though, let's get you up to date on the weather. Whether it's going to play or not, let's find out.
Whether or not.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look good for the next couple of days. Upper 60s for the afternoon high today, and we should be getting plenty of sunshine. Overnight, we'll dip into the mid-30s and clear. We have cool high pressure moving in on Wednesday. That'll give us sunny skies, and we'll stay in the upper 50s. Clear for Wednesday night. Our Thanksgiving Day looks nice. Low 60s and sunny. Mix of sun and clouds Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 36 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 82%. Winds are calm at the moment. Sunny and 68 today, so pretty nice. This is actually, to be honest, enjoy 68. It's kind of all cooler after here. Sunny and 68 with northwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Partly cloudy tonight, overnight low of 37 degrees. Also going to be cooler later in the week. Northeast winds at around 5 miles per hour. For you Wednesday, we'll be lucky to get 60. They're saying sunny skies, 59 for a high tomorrow. Winds will be out of the south, 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, mostly clear, right at 32 for right at freezing for an overnight low. South winds at around 5 miles per hour. For your Thanksgiving Day, sunny skies. We warm up to 63 on Thursday with winds out of the north at around 5 miles per hour. Thursday night, cloudy with an overnight low of 35 degrees. For Friday, sunny skies. Partly cloudy skies. 64 for a high on Friday. Clear Friday night, overnight low of 37. And then for the weekend, sunny and 62 for Saturday. Partly cloudy and 59 on Sunday. Sunday night and into Monday. I see the first word that people don't want to hear. Some people want to hear. Sunday night, we're looking at a 30% chance of rain and snow and a 40% chance of rain and snow on Monday. So hold on to your butts. Here comes that New Mexico winter. It's going to be 65 one day and then drop down. We get 3 inches of snow, shut everything down, and then the next day it's 75 again. That's welcome to New Mexico. All right, 7:20. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then Don Weld will join us with Friends of Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge talking all about Cranes and Cocoa, which is back on for this weekend. That's up next. Don't go away.
This is Coach Lynn from the Roswell Coyotes, and let me tell you, Roswell Nissan's got a championship roster this season. Let's see what lineup we're working with.
In at freshman, the Nissan Kicks, named best budget car, a solid starter that delivers big league value. Here comes your sophomore, the Rogue, crowned best compact SUV, dependable, versatile, and ready to take on the field. In at JV, the Pathfinder, a top safety pick award winner. This player protects your whole team. And the Varsity, the Powerhouse Armada, best in class SUV built for real strength and commanding performance.
20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Coyotes!
Roswell Nissan's got 165 players in their lineup to choose from, and they're all ready to score big for you. With rates as low as 0% and no payments for 90 days, it's your time to get in the game. Looks like we're set for one heck of a season with this lineup, so come down to Roswell Nissan and join the winning team.
Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
No doubt about it, our favorite season is fall. Leaves fall, temperatures fall, and electric bills fall. Fall brings us the joy of mowing our lawn for the last time and the sadness of picking that last tomato. Here at Roswell Seed Company, we start to talk about pansies, broomweed, and the first freeze. Yeah, we can get downright giddy. This is Ben Manette from Roswell Seed Company, reminding you that fall is when Mother Nature starts to show off. Try not to miss any of it.
Injury, surgery, or illness can set you back, but you don't have to recover alone. At Artesia General Hospital, our rehabilitation services team provides physical, occupational, and speech therapy to help you regain strength, mobility, and confidence. Take the next step toward recovery. Call 575-736-8174 today to schedule an appointment and get back to living life to the fullest.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 6,000 fellow Greyhounds on their journey to student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU, student success. That's what we're about.
Ready, set, hurry on down to Tate Branch Roswell, where we finish first. Experience the Tate Branch difference here at Tate Branch Roswell, where business is done the Tate Branch way with honesty and integrity to deliver an exceptional customer experience. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs that are priced to move and are backed with a lifetime powertrain warranty. It's all backed by friendly hometown customer service that puts you first every time. So don't wait. Head on down to Tate Branch Roswell right here at 2000 West 2nd Street and drive home happy today. Tate Branch Roswell. Come experience the world-class experience you have been waiting for.
Celebrate Black Friday and 50 years in business with Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. Get great buy one, get one off 50% deals on all clothing from brands you know and love, including hats from Resistol, Stetson, Huey, and Twister, boots from Ariat, Justin, Durango, Twisted X, and more. Clothing, jewelry, and accessories from Wrangler, Ariat, Kimes, and Cinch. Even Turquoise Jewelry is buy one, get one 50% off. Handbags, toys for the kids, and fur babies, all buy one, get one 50% off. Plus special 50th anniversary giveaways now through Christmas. Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply, 1105 East 2nd in Roswell, celebrating 50 years.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. 47.2% of all statistics are made up on the spot. Is this true? I'd say chances are about 50%. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 24 minutes after 7 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, wearing his Friends of Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge hat this morning, Don Weld back with us. Good morning, Don.
Good morning, Mike. How you been doing today?
Doing good. Of course, we got a Thanksgiving gift.
We did. We got a reprieve.
Yes. Unfortunately, last time Don was on from Bitter Lake, we were talking, and they had to cancel the Cranes and Cocoa event due to the government shutdown. But days later, they seem to get the thing back open in here, and so And this kind of works out because now it works right around the Thanksgiving holiday. So if you got friends in town, you gobble it up on Thursday, and then here on the 29th, head on down for Cranes and Cocoa and bring the family down and enjoy a nice quiet time sipping cocoa and watching the cranes do what cranes do.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, you can feast on Thursday, and then you can get rid of all that on Friday. Lay around and do nothing. Then Saturday, come out and watch those cranes.
There you go. And
have
maybe
some cocoa and
burn off some of the calories you've consumed the 2 days prior here. So.
And sleep off all the was it tryptophan?
Tryptophan, yeah. I think that's
you get from the turkey.
Don't tell the cranes you're eating turkey. They might get a little salty.
Well, they're cousins.
But and of course you'll have your a guest speaker and everything.
Yes, Jim Montgomery, kind of retired a couple of years ago, but he continues to come back. He loves his cranes.
He likes to talk cranes.
Oh, he
See
does.
the crane.
And he would come down and do our bird counts with us, drive down from Santa Fe and go through the bird count stuff. It's starting to take a toll, but
sure.
So he's decided this is probably going to be his last time that he will.
So if you're kind of a regular to this and kind of miss, or this might be one of the last times, maybe we can convince him to come out and do some talks in the years to come. But but there's more likely he'll be your last chance to hear him give his traditional talks about the cranes and things like that.
He's quite he's. For a guy that when you meet him, he doesn't seem to be. He's just like, but when he gets up there, get that cranes going. He tells jokes and
he's a low key guy until you find what he's into.
His cranes. So come out and watch him, and then we'll take a little ride down and watch the cranes. They come back. I'm tearing your.
Oh, that thing's been decapitated many times.
Killing the aliens.
Some people just don't play well with others.
Yeah, that's right.
That one got beat up.
This is Area 51 all over again. We're dissecting the aliens.
That's right.
But anyway, he'll be here and do his talk. And once the talk is over, we'll take a little ride out, caravan style.
Good deal.
You bring your own car, and we'll go out and find a spot that we think the cranes will be nesting at.
Kind of hanging out.
That night, yeah.
Good deal. And then just sit back and enjoy the show.
That's right.
It is now. It's nature.
That's right.
And nature, sometimes you're going to get the all-star fireworks, and then other days they're just chilling and hanging. It's kind of like if you ever experienced going to Carlsbad Caverns to see the bats leave for the night for their, they're coming out the natural entrance, and some nights it's a spectacular show. Other nights the birds are not so hungry or they're feeling a little lazy and they kind of trickle out. Like the one time I saw it, it was kind of a not so glamorous night. Don't get me wrong, I got to see some black, but it wasn't like I was expecting this big swarm of bats, and they kind of trickle out a dozen at a time here or there. Yep. And like, oh, there's some.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some.
Yeah.
Well, there's some. And then after a while, it's like, I don't see any more. All right, let's go.
Yeah. That's about right. Yeah.
So, it could be where all of a sudden they're just having a hoedown out there and all kinds of fun. But then again, you might come out there and it's like, no, they kind of already settled down.
And that has happened.
Yeah. I imagine temperatures that Saturday will come. Like if it's a. Like it's supposed to be imagine if it's a warmer day, they might be out a little longer, but if it's a little colder day, they might hunker in a little earlier.
Right. So. And also it's kind of their preference because we have several ponds, but we also have the actual Bitter Lake, which is a restricted area because it's fragile.
It's very delicate fragile out there, yeah.
But the cranes like to go there sometimes. And they all fly up to the Bitter Lake and hunker down there for the night.
So if they go out there, we might not be able to.
We won't be able to see them.
Access them because.
But if they decide to go to one of the ponds, we usually have a pretty good idea of where they're going to go, and we try to sit at that spot.
Gotcha. You got you put it this way, you've been doing this enough to know. We know their patterns. We know kind of where they're.
Pretty much.
We got, okay, we may not nail it, but we're usually pretty good at figuring out what they're doing. And,
right.
They're very habitual creatures, and we
fouled
their habits pretty good.
Yeah, well, they are.
And how much longer will the cranes be hanging out before they start making their way out of town?
They usually leave in March.
Okay, so they'll be here a minute.
Oh, yeah.
So if you want to come out through the winter, you might see a couple, if you don't see a good show this Saturday, by all means,
keep coming out.
Keep coming out. And, obviously the park is open to the public, sun up to sundown, basically.
Right.
And so, and if you do, don't worry. The gate
you can still get out.
The gate automatically closes at sundown and something, but you can come out, but you just can't come back in.
It's the opposite of a roach motel.
Exactly, just the opposite of that. But it'll let you out.
Yeah, you can't get in, but you can get out.
There's a whole generation that have never seen those commercials. I have no idea what's a roach motel.
Yeah, what's that?
That's some shady. No, I mean, yeah, it is, but that's not where it started. But. While we're talking, while you're coming out, if you come out this Saturday, about what time is everything getting underway?
About 3 o'clock.
About 3 o'clock?
Come out. We're still going to be brewing up the cocoa at 2:30, but
okay.
About 3 o'clock we'll start serving cocoa and kind of getting things together and saying hi.
Yeah.
You got to. We'd like you to sign in.
Sure.
We only have room for just so many people, so. It's kind of a first come, first serve. There's no reservations.
So you get there a little bit early.
Get there a little bit early. Sign in.
If you get there,
a little tag, and then
away we go.
Got your seat.
And then if you get there too early, walk. Go see some of the other parts of the park or visit the gift set, the gift shop there.
Right.
And there's a lot to do in the meantime.
Yeah, inside the nature store, there's some displays. Quite a few displays. Really nice displays.
Yeah.
The fish tank. They've got some little videos on dragonflies and things of that nature.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool history.
And like you said, the nature store it's time for Christmas. This is a great place to get some Christmas presents.
Absolutely. They got T-shirts and hats and all that, but books, educational toys for kids that are fun.
Yep.
You hear educational toy, oh boy, but these are fun ones too. That the kids
they enjoy
love
them.
Play. Yeah,
kids like them.
And of course, the best part is that every time you make a purchase there in that gift shop, that's money that goes to the Friends of Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge, which that money goes back into projects and everything at the refuge. So,
correct.
Like the bird blinds out there, or some of the trails and things that you get to enjoy. The money that you're spending at the gift shop and becoming a friend. That's where that money's going back into those projects.
It goes into our annual Dragonfly Festival.
Mm-hmm.
The nature store pretty well finances that.
Gotcha.
We ask for donations too, but the nature store winds up paying the bulk of it. So we're going to be pushing for more donations this next year. And the water system on the Butterfly Trail was financed by Friends of Bitter Lake.
Very good.
So
that's where your money's going when you buy books and shirts and hats and things, or become a friend of Friends of. They're always looking for more friends to be part of the Friends of Bitter Lake. It's there's different ways. Just becoming a member in and of itself is a great way, because, like you said, your membership helps cover costs for things out there.
Right.
But if you want to volunteer to work on if you love gardening and stuff, but after a while, everyone's saying, dude, you've done enough to your yard, maybe move on. And, the friends generally help out with service projects and things out there when there's trails that need to be worked on, or plant life that they need to, there's a lot of plants not native to the area that thrive well. And so that's part of the fight is keeping the things native to New Mexico inside the refuge and the things not native outside of it. And so there's certain weeds and things that, aren't native. Salt ceder is one of the particular ones.
Worst ones.
And
it soaks up so much water.
Yeah, it soaks up
and we don't
water.
have water.
And that's just it. No Bitter Lake with salt ceder.
That's right.
But and so that's what the fight is. So being a friend helps out. So if you love doing that kind of stuff, that's part of it too. And by the way, there's perks. We've talked about in the past, like if there's sometimes your National Geographics or other conservators or geologists or even human archaeologists, they sometimes will come out to the refuge to do examine. There's plant life stuff. Sometimes it's Native American history that's being studied. But either way, they go to parts of the refuge that, generally speaking, the public doesn't get to be a part of, like you said, the Bitter Lake earlier.
Sure.
Well, guess what? Friends, on occasion, get to go out to those places.
Yep, we've gone out to Bitter Lake, the Bitter Lake itself, and just done cleanups and stuff. But it was a pleasure to be able to go out and see that, and see some of the sinkholes.
Yeah,
you don't get to see most of the sinkholes in the visitor areas, and we don't really want people close to those sinkholes because they're always caving in on the sides.
Gotcha.
You walk up to the edge, and the next thing you know, you're down in the bottom.
Gotcha. It's real hazard there.
Yes, it is.
You know, I wouldn't, because I bet there's a lot of people who'd like to say, I'm surprised wonder if we could ever set up like a cam out there. Like you know how they have like certain parks and things have the 24/7 cams, and you get to see. I mean, since the humans can't go out
eagles,
there.
Yeah.
I wonder if we set a couple out there at the actual Bitter Lake itself and let people go online and take a look at it, at least see, get an idea what it looks like out there.
I will propose that and see what we can work out.
It'd be a way to raise money, too, maybe get people to donate to it. And then if you get a crane and have a kid out there, God forbid, it'll go...
it'll go viral.
Yeah, it'll go viral. Next thing you know,
because that doesn't happen.
Crane watch.
Yeah.
Today the crane is still sitting on the egg.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. We're our biologist has applied for and I believe been granted a new position.
Okay.
So our biologist is moving on. And
man.
And congratulations to him.
Yeah.
And our previous director has moved on. She's gone to another refuge.
So it's kind of skeletal crew out there right now.
Yeah, we're just kind of hanging on. Okay, we need these people here. We need this person here.
Is there a plan to bring back a new biologist?
Oh, yes.
Okay, good. Good.
Yeah, they've got to get...
Doge cutting and everything else was we just absolved the job or whatever.
Yeah, no, not the biologist.
Good.
Biologist is probably, in my opinion especially, the biologist is the most important position on that refuge.
It's kind of hard to have a refuge if you don't have a biologist understanding what's actually going on out
Correct.
there. And how to mitigate
and monitoring all of this stuff. He may tell other people what to do, but he's the one that has to make that decision.
Sure.
He or she to make that decision as to what needs to be done to best help the wildlife in that area.
Right.
So he's the one that dictates when the water gates are opened or closed, as needed. We don't like to have a lot of water out there during the summer because it evaporates so fast.
It's a waste of the water. Yeah.
Right. But we do need to pump water into certain ponds during the fall and winter months so that the cranes and the geese will have water to land in and do their evening things.
Got their ablutions.
Yeah. And I did get, somebody was telling me the other day they were doing the bird counts and the crane counts are up.
Okay. Good deal.
They're up over 10,000 this last count.
Wow, so there should be crane aplenty on Saturday here if you come out to Cranes and Cocoa, and that's and to be honest, when you kind of look at when we talk about this, every season is a unique experience out at Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge, but when you're talking about the migration seasons, the fall and the spring, that's probably if you're looking for animal activity. Right. Those are probably the two busiest time of the year.
That's right.
They're a little more dormant in the winter and summer months because they're trying to either stay warm or stay cool depending on the season there. And so they do a lot of their work at either night or when it's warmer, depending, when people aren't around usually. As well.
And the cranes here during the winter, when they come in, they're feeding up. They're trying to bulk up and put on weight so that they can make that trip in the spring back north. Because when they get up north, there's only one thing on their mind: breeding.
Yeah.
And they got to get up there, lay their eggs, get that egg hatched, and get kids raised up. And
so they're getting fat right now so they can make the trek So by the time they get there, then they're back to swimsuit mode.
There you go.
So they could pick up a fella or a lady to mate with.
Right. There you go. You got it.
Just like humans, we do.
Yep.
We get skinny around that swimsuit season time too.
There you go. See how close we are to the animals.
In the winter, we sit there and get fat and eat things out of bowls, and in the summer, we're like, oh man, we got to better get to the gym.
Yep.
Same thing.
Oh, swimsuit season. Let's get it. Yeah.
That's right. Got to track the mate.
Take our flight up north and
exactly. Yeah, that's the only difference is we don't travel. But, but please come out to our Cranes and Cocoa. Like I said, get out there about 3:30 this Saturday out to the Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge.
Try to get there before 3 because at 3 o'clock we're going in the auditorium.
Okay.
Close the doors and,
sayonara. But get there about 3 o'clock.
Who's in there he's going to talk to.
Start moseying about 2:30 if you want to walk around and get a chance to see the rest. Maybe go walk through the gift shop and
have some cocoa.
Yeah, have some cocoa.
Cookies.
Walk around and see that. Take some pictures around there, and then especially if you've never been, come out and check it out. It's and of course if you still got family in town from the holiday weekend. I think that'd be a great place to get. Plus, you can get out and stretch your legs and everything. And like I said, I think it'll be in the low 60s on Saturday. So about that time in the afternoon should be very nice out there for a stroll.
Then you can go hunker down for the snow on Sunday.
There you go. watch Snowmageddon.
Yeah. All inch and a half of it.
That's right. If you want to learn more about the Friends of Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge, I invite you to check out their website, which is friendsofbitterlake.org. Very easy to go to. And there you can, if you'd like to donate, I believe there's a donate now button there, but you can read a little bit more about what the Friends do and what the organization's all about there. And of course, I know there's the bitterlake.gov or whatever the official website is. If you want to learn more about the mission of Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge and they also have a volunteer organization as part of that's not the Friends, but equally as important. If you want to be a part of that or join both, that's a great way to support.
Yeah, I'm on both.
Gotcha. So, and that really doubles your chances if you want to see parts unknown of the actual refuge itself. Being a volunteer on both will help kind of navigate
it also
that.
doubles your work.
I was just about to say, it'll strengthen your back too.
You got it. Yeah.
But if you love being out in the nature and love doing that kind of stuff, it's a unique playground to get to be a part of and see that, and you get to see some really cool stuff out there. Just the plant life, the animal life, the things that these there's a reason why people come from all over the world to see what's going on at Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge, because it's just the dragonflies alone is enough to attract some of the most scholarly in that industry to come be here and see what's going on.
Yeah. We get a lot of people who come in. Well, of course, the dragonflies are only out during the summer.
Sure, yeah.
But
this is not dragonfly season right now.
No, it's not. A little too cold for them.
No.
They're under the water.
Yeah, they're hibernating.
But they're feasting.
Pupating or whatever they do.
Yeah,
some word that's big.
In that larva stage, they eat and eat and eat.
Yeah.
When they come out, they don't eat so much thereafter sex.
Yeah,
because they got to reproduce real quick.
Because they're only around for
a month or two.
Yeah,
maybe.
so their lifespan's not exactly. That's why they're eating. They go in excess.
That's right. That's right.
But that's the beauty. And then the monarch butterflies, and that's the cool part about Bitter Lake. And of course you'll learn about the cranes and stuff this weekend. But we always talk about how it is that migratory, the pilot flying jay for the animal kingdom. These migratory animals from butterflies to birds and several other species of animals that are migratory. They use the refuge as their home away from home, or their place to recharge and rest up, or have their offspring in some cases, depending on the time of the year. It's a very, if you want to see nature in action, that's one of the best places right in your own backyard to see it. And it literally is an oasis in the desert.
It is, and it's been there providing that water and that stopover for a million years.
Absolutely.
Long before humans were around.
Absolutely.
They were already doing that.
I know, of course, they study a lot of the native history, but I'd be curious to see how much Wild West history is out there. Because, with that much water and stuff, Your Billy the Kid types, I'm sure, had a few hidey holes out in those areas. You know what I mean?
Well, they used to drive cattle through here.
Did they?
Yeah, the Pecos River.
That was part of
They would come up the Pecos River and then go on trailhead on into Oklahoma and get up to the railroads.
What's it called? The Goodnight Lovin' Trail or whatever that is? Something like that.
Yeah,
I don't remember. Yeah.
But Roswell was established because of that, because of the railroad or the cattle drive mentality going through here.
Yeah, a good place to water up and rest up, and
that's where Bitter Lake got its name, because they would come down with their cattle. Well, the cattle would drink the water, but the cowboys would try that and say, "Ooh, that's bitter." So, Bitter Lake.
There you go.
That's where the name came
on the
from.
nose.
And there was a lot more water there at that time.
Sure.
The river that runs through town here. What is that one?
The Pecos River or the
Spring River.
Yeah, Spring River.
Spring River. Yeah, that used to be really heavy. What is Cajon Park?
Mm-hmm.
That used to be a lake.
Yeah.
And they would sail up and down in sailboats or canoes and up and down that lake there.
Now it just happens whenever it rains by Home Depot.
There you go. There you go. That's completely
it's the
different.
only lake we get now.
Yeah. So there was a lot more water.
I knew
here
Spring
at that
River
time.
was a lot more river back then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And of course that read down into the Pecos and all of the refuge area. So yeah, it's been in vogue there for a long time.
Weirdly enough, we still have plenty of water. It's all underground, though.
Yeah, most of it's out of the ground. It's a spring type setup, but so there's enough water for the animals, the birds, and the traffic that comes through here.
Yeah, well,
but we still have to maintain that and control it. That's why we need our biologists.
Well, and that's why that refuge is there.
That's right.
There's Bottomless Lake State Park, which is a great place to recreate, camp, and boat fish. Enjoy. Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge is we are there to observe and report and stay out of the way and let nature do what nature does. Where man only mitigates, where man has to mitigate. And
that's right.
Because we've already mitigated there before, and we kind of upset the apple cart many moons ago, so we got to keep the balance going. So.
Too bad. Yeah. And there's a lot of history out there.
Absolutely.
The CCC, the Conservation Corps, and
the natural history and the human history are very equal, and as far as from Native American stuff to like you said, a lot of that New Deal era type rebuilding of America type stuff. A lot of that history all through there. So it's pretty cool. So come out to Cranes this Saturday. Like I said, the event starts at 3:00 there at Bitter Lake Wildlife Refuge. Get there a few minutes early. First come, first cocoa.
Get your cup of cocoa, have a couple of cookies, sign in, be ready to go in the auditorium when it's time, and then
you get to see the beauty that.
And you get to see Jim. He's very good at this and very enjoyable on these lectures.
Yeah, so come check him out at least one more time. Here
That's right.
Before he hangs up his cleats here.
Hang up the cleats or hang up his spurs or whatever you want.
Yeah.
So
insert cowboy or sport reference there.
But, there you go.
But definitely, and then of course, please check out friendsofbitterlake.org. Learn more about what goes on out there. And please, if you'd like to volunteer, get more involved, don't hesitate. Come out Saturday to ask more about the friends, and you'll meet a lot of them because a lot of them will be out there, and you can learn more about the organization and everything too. If you like. So good deal. Well, thank you, Don. I know you got a lot of things to get ready for. He wears many hats and helping out with Legion and everything else. And
Legion's getting something very important today that I have to go take care of.
Yes, we got a lot of between handing out turkeys to getting our own stuff in order here.
That's right.
It's a busy time of year.
We're going to get a storage container in place.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're getting memory lawn progress. So matter of fact, I think there's going to be several. I remember Charles Eastless was telling me. I think a bunch of his guys are going to come out and help today. I thought
Are they?
Yeah, today. I think he told me that.
Oh, I hope so. That would be
feel
fantastic.
Like when Charles was here on Friday, he was asking about Tuesday if I was going to be out there. I said, well, I'm kind of stuck here. But he said, him and some of his beefier deputies are going to come out there.
Excellent.
So-
Yeah, we're going to have to put the railroad ties in place so we can put the container on top of it.
Yeah, basically we got a tractor coming, but we got to have a storage unit to put it in.
Right.
And so the storage unit was taken care of, and now we're putting that in, and then we'll have a tractor. So now we can mow out there.
That's right.
With something other than hand mowers.
Again, Bitter Lake.
Yes.
They can, because the cemetery is a nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
The Bitter Lake old tractor, the one that they're replacing, they're donating to Memory Lawn.
So we're going to repurpose that one.
We're going to repurpose
Very
that.
cool.
So
good deal.
That's where we're getting that tractor from.
All right.
So thanks to Bitter Lake for that.
So I imagine it'll be a slightly bitter tasting tractor.
There you go. There you go. It'll be all
don't lick it.
salty. Yeah,
That's right. Thank you, Don. We'll see you next time, and happy Thanksgiving if I don't see you between now and
too.
then. And enjoy your turkey day.
I will. You too.
I will. It's one thing that's my favorite holiday. Anytime it's focused on eating things, I'm about that.
I just brought a turkey for Jocelyn.
There you go. Oh yeah, well, they're very
Food
much
Nut Bombs.
Thank you.
Has got a turkey.
They very much appreciate it. That'll go straight away here to Hungry Bellies.
Yep.
So. It is 7:50. Let's pause for news, weather, sports, and some other stuff. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Now for your Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. Thanks for joining us. This week's Minute with the Mayor in Artesia is with Mayor Pro Tem Jeff Yautsy. If you've got any questions about anything going on in town, just go to Kith and Kin from 8:30 to 9:30 and get the info straight from Mayor Pro Tem Jeff Yautsy. The Roswell City Council recognizing Utilities Director Andrew Valadez and Engineering and Infrastructure Director James McCormack after the two received a Catalina Muniz Utilities Award for exceptional infrastructure projects. The award presented to the pair at the New Mexico Infrastructure Finance Conference that took place in Albuquerque earlier this month. It recognized the efforts of Valadez and McCormack in the wastewater collection line emergency response, dealing with damages to the system caused by the October 2024 flooding in Roswell. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo reporting.
You know that old saying, you can't lie to me. I can see it in your face. Well, get ready, because that saying went high-tech. I'm Kim Commando for ExpressVPN. Every time you go online, your provider tracks you. Protect your privacy and get 4 extra months at expressvpn.com/Kim. There's a new app being pitched to lawyers right now, and it's chilling. It scans your tone, your facial tics, and your body language in real time. They train this thing on videos of famous fibbers, think Clinton, A-Rod, even Anthony Weiner, and it flags lies instantly. This is not a sci-fi movie. This tool is being pitched for use in courtrooms, critical depositions, and even mandatory Zoom interviews. This AI does not care about your story. It only cares about data. And in no time, it'll be right on our phones, asking your date if they're really in it for the long haul, or your kids what they really did last night. This AI will totally change how we communicate and who we trust. Enter to win Christmas cash at winfromkim.com. You're being watched. Seriously, every time you go online, your internet provider is tracking your every move. Here in the United States, they actually sell your browsing history. Until that changes, you need to protect yourself. That's why I use ExpressVPN. It's an easy-to-use app that encrypts your connection and reroutes all your internet traffic through secure servers, so your online activity stays private. With ExpressVPN, your internet provider cannot see your browsing history. It hides your IP address. That's the number that identifies you online, so you can't be tracked. And with servers in over 100 countries, you can appear virtually anywhere. It's simple to use. Click one button and you're protected. Plus, ExpressVPN has apps for everything. Phones, laptops, desktops, and tablets, so you stay private anywhere you connect. Take your online privacy seriously like I do with ExpressVPN. Right now, get up to 4 extra months of ExpressVPN by going to expressvpn.com/Kim. That's expressvpn.com/Kim. expressvpn.com/Kim. Kim.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look good for the next couple of days. Upper 60s for the afternoon high today, and we should be getting plenty of sunshine. Overnight, we'll dip into the mid-30s and clear. We have cool high pressure moving in on Wednesday. That'll give us sunny skies, and we'll stay in the upper 50s. Clear for Wednesday night. Our Thanksgiving Day looks nice. Low 60s and sunny. Mix of sun and clouds Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
It's time for the Chaves County Sports Report. High school football semifinals for the large schools took place over this past weekend, and congratulations to the Roswell Coyotes. They win on the road at number 5, Anthony Gatson. Actually, Gatson's the 6th seed. Roswell, the 2nd seed. Roswell wins 35-17. So Roswell advances to the 5A state championship game playing Artesia. Who else? These two teams have played for the last 2 state championships. They'll do it again this Saturday in Artesia at 1 o'clock. Meanwhile, Dexter will host the 3A state championship game against St. Michael's. Dexter defeats Hope at home by a score of 24-6 to move to 10-1 on the season. Meanwhile, it was St. Mike's destroying NMMI in Santa Fe 54-8. And St. Mike's still undefeated. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. A week after lifting the unprecedented flight restrictions it placed on commercial airlines during the government shutdown, the Federal Aviation Administration is preparing for its busiest Thanksgiving week in 15 years, with more than 360,000 flights scheduled between Monday and next Tuesday. Unprecedented numbers of Americans are expected to hit the stores this Black Friday, but they are likely to curtail their spending as they find fewer bargains from tariff-hit retailers. Walmart officially opened its first branded store in South Africa at a mall location west of Johannesburg. The store opening marks Walmart's direct entry into the African retail market, a major deal across the pond involving rival newspapers. The Daily Mail owner has struck a £500 million, $650 million deal to buy rival newspaper The Telegraph. Some analysts say the deal creates a right-leaning publishing powerhouse. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Pecos Valley Broadcasting has immediate entry and experience level and radio and live stream video sales executive positions open in Artesia and Carlsbad. You'll work with our amazing team to build and maintain accounts and dive into advertising and marketing promotions. Experience in sales is preferred and bilingual opportunities are available. Base guarantee plus bonuses and commissions. Apply now. Email your details or resume to hireme@pvbcradio.com. Take your career to the next level with Pecos Valley Broadcasting, an equal opportunity employer.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. There are 293 ways to make change for $1. Try all 293 on the guy who keeps borrowing money from you. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is closing in on 7:57. Stay tuned next hour about 8:15. We're going to play an interview we had with Elliot Rodriguez from Loan Depot earlier this month. He always joins us to talk about home buying and the finances and doing all that part, and gives good advice to that. So we'll play that conversation for you next hour. Don't forget the folks from the Gig. They're having their annual Thanksgiving Day dinner here on the Chaves County Courthouse lawn, Thanksgiving Day, serving from noon to 2 p.m. They are still looking for donations of all kinds of, turkeys, hams, etc. They need volunteers still for serving and preparation. They could probably, because I'm sure they're prepping as we speak, and they could use your help right now. You can drop off donations at 109 West 12th Street, or you can call 575-626-5358. Again, stop by 109 West 12th, or call Jim at 575-626-5358. Also, if you know some shut-ins that need a meal, get in touch with Jim so they can get on the list, so they can make sure that the meals, because they're also going to be delivering to shut-ins as well. But if you can come on down and eat, it is just no questions asked. If you're hungry, come join them for fellowship, Thanksgiving, and delicious food. And they're going to have a bunch of people out there from noon to 2 on Thanksgiving Day. Also, I know the Salvation Army is having their Thanksgiving brunch from 11 a.m. to 1:30 at the Salvation Army, 612 West College, on Thanksgiving Day as well, too. And then I saw another one earlier, Boys and Girls Club. They're doing theirs today, I think. Today's the 25th, right? Yeah, I think they're doing theirs today. Their Thanksgiving brunch, lunch situation over there, if I'm right there.
Yeah, I'll give you updates on who's doing what this week. I kind of posted them on our page.
Okay.
If we have time.
We got just under a minute.
Okay, so Boys and Girls Club at 5:30.
Okay.
They're doing to-go plates.
Okay.
They don't have the ability for people to eat in there.
Gotcha.
This year, so
you
they'll
can
be.
grab a plate and
You can
and
grab a plate.
head out.
Salvation Army is doing theirs at 11 tomorrow. That is, you can eat there.
Okay.
And then I believe the gig is also tomorrow.
Yes. Well, Thanksgiving Day.
Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
But actually, yeah, Salvation Army is Thursday as well.
Yeah, as well there.
We're tomorrow.
You're doing yours tomorrow here on the courthouse lawn.
No, it's actually at Splash Pad Park.
The splash pad on
East 2nd.
East 2nd there.
Yeah.
That park there.
Yeah, so we'll be doing our small kind of Thanksgiving dinner for our people, whoever wants to come eat.
Come on all. If you're hungry, come eat.
Make sure that everybody gets fed all week.
Absolutely. And hit them all if you can hit the round.
Yes, please.
Thank you. All right, it is 8 o'clock. Town Hall News up next. We'll be back.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. Democratic Senator Mark Kelly, a retired Navy captain, may face court-martial stemming from his role in that Democrat video urging service members to disobey illegal orders from President Trump. None of those involved in the video have been able to identify any such orders that were illegal. Attorney General Bondi vows to appeal a judge's ruling tossing out the indictments of former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James. The judge ruled the prosecutor in the case was illegally appointed, therefore lacking the authority to indict. Russia's war in Ukraine grinds on. Overnight,
Ukraine's Air Force said the Russian attack involved swarms of drones, as well as cruise and ballistic missiles, launched from the land, sea and air. Large explosions were reported in Kiev as air defense systems tried to protect the capital. Ukraine has also been striking Russia, with attacks reported in the border regions of Krasnodar and Rostov. The upsurge in violence follows days of intense diplomacy aimed at ending the war. Russia appears determined to maintain the military pressure as both sides seek to influence US-led efforts to achieve a peace deal.
The BBC's James Reed. Today expected to be the busiest day for Thanksgiving holiday air travel and what's expected to be a record-breaking week.
There'll be 31 million passengers flying by air as we look to the week. That's per the airline industry.
Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. Paris prosecutor reporting 4 more arrests in connection with the $102 million jewel heist at the Louvre. The crown jewels have not been recovered. On Wall Street this hour, stocks are mixed. The Dow is up 139 points, while the Nasdaq is down 103 points, and the S&P is 4 points in the red. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Major deal across the pond involves rival newspapers.
The owner of the Daily Mail has struck a £500 million, $650 million deal to buy rival newspaper The Telegraph that would create one of the most powerful right-leaning media groups in Britain. The deal comes a week after U.S.-based private investment firm Redbird Capital Partners withdrew its bid for The Telegraph, one of Britain's biggest newspapers. Some analysts say the deal creates a right-leaning publishing powerhouse.
And that's correspondent Bill Alexander. Afghanistan's Taliban government accuses Pakistan of launching overnight airstrikes in 3 eastern provinces, killing 10 civilians. The government's chief spokesman posted on X that Pakistan bombed the home of a civilian in Khost province, killing 9 youngsters and a woman. Says additional strikes were carried out in 2 other provinces as well, injuring 4 others. Pakistan's military and government deny that such strikes took place. News and analysis, townhall.com. Authorities are releasing more information about the death of a Dallas Cowboys player.
Body and dash cameras show a vehicle pursuit of Marshawn Nealon reaching speeds up to 160 miles per hour. After the vehicle chase ended in a crash, a search for the NFL player continued. It included Texas State troopers, K-9 teams, and a drone before he was found dead. The 24-year-old Nealon was found with what police say was apparently a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Jason Walker reporting.
A lawsuit claims that design flaws caused a Tesla Model 3 to accelerate uncontrollably before crashing into a utility pole and bursting into flames, killing Wendy Dennis and severely injuring her husband Jeff. Federal lawsuit alleges the door handle design prevented rescuers from reaching them. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The demolition, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2. The Deuce of Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy eve of the Thanksgiving.
Yes. Welcome to Tuesday.
Yep.
You can smell it in the air. The sense of sage and wet bread stuffing, and all the deliciousness that is Thanksgiving. It's coming.
It's coming.
I love how people, and there's so many different creative ways to try to cook your turkeys. I guess this is the time when I have to give out the obligatory public service announcement that if you're going to attempt to fry a turkey, please know what you're doing.
I love every year I see it, and I saw it a day ago, so now my life is complete.
Yeah.
That same meme every year where the guy sets up the turkey fryer setup in the kitchen with his linoleum floor.
Yeah.
And he's got the cardboard cutout underneath. He goes, ready to fry this bad boy. And we all know what happens next.
Mm-hmm.
But I see that meme, and I'm like, yeah. And then every year I see the fire department meme where
the
guy
NTS, the National Safety Board or whatever, they put out that video with the mannequin that like tries to dip the turkey and doesn't dry it, or it's still partially frozen.
I'm going to take a stab that there is at least one firefighter in every fire department in the country that's a firefighter because they watch that video of the guy putting the turkey on fire, frying it, and said, I want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I've been there, and I'm like, that's the cool part about being a firefighter.
Right.
They wear the cool stuff and get to do this.
Doing all the demos and...
Kids, don't do this at home. Hold my beer. And let me go do this. I'm a trained professional.
I'm Well, I hold my beer. I'm a trained professional. That's a fantastic sequence of words. That and then the one that always comes out around the 4th of July where they just get to set mannequins on fire with all sorts of different fireworks.
We're going to launch Roman candles at this mannequin.
Those are fun. Anything involving ballistic gel?
To be honest, it's like DJs. We only became DJs so we could get drunk on Christmas and have top breathalyzers.
Hey, speak for yourself, buddy. I choose when and where I get drunk, and the workplace isn't it.
I get free ride to work that day.
Honestly, and this is the honest truth. I got into radio because, number one, because I didn't have to wear a uniform. That was a big part of it.
Yeah.
And the second part was I've been doing this in essence since I was like 7 years old in some form or fashion, just in play form.
Yeah.
So it's something I've wanted to do since I was a little itty bitty, kid. But yeah, but definitely it was, the ability to slack off professionally.
Not me. I want to get drunk on Christmas Eve.
We've still never done that.
No, I never have. I never will.
We have a pretty close relationship with the sheriff's department. I bet we could make it happen.
Well, yeah, we could.
I'm going to put a phone call in. We're going to get Mike Toe up.
I don't want to do that.
And there's a couch right out there. You can take a nap. Nothing seedy's ever happened on that couch.
30-year-old me would have loved it. 50-year-old me is like, nah, I don't know. Hungover.
By 10?
Yeah. Well, that's like, matter of fact, my brother-in-law, who's a cop, he's now a Santa Fe cop, but he used to be an Albuquerque cop. He's friends with, which morning? It's one of the morning groups down.
TJ Trout and Jer?
No, it's one with the girl.
Oh.
They do the Christmas, like you seen the ad for the Christmas, and the one where every year around Christmas they do their big giveaway, and they show them in the mall, and she's walking.
Oh, okay,
it's that one.
Okay.
I don't remember their names, and I met them once, and they're nice people. I just don't remember.
Right.
Anyway, they're friends with them, and that all got to be. Oh, I think my Kim is telling me here. Hold on. Tell him I said no.
I'm not serious, Kim.
What is that
about getting you drunk?
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm not serious about that.
I was like, no about what? What did we do?
I don't get that kind of pull.
But anyway.
He does, I don't.
But anyway, they're like friends with him. But they met because Tanner was the cop when they did their Let's Get Drunk on the Radio con. And he was the guy breathalyzing them, and they became friends, and now they hang out. Matter of fact, like my sister-in-law's like we went to New Kids on the Block. Kim's sister got to score meet and greets with Donnie and all that. Talk about making my wife jelly.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
I thought there was going to be a cat fight. But anyway. A vicious cat fight.
Keep your head on a swivel.
Keep your head on a swivel.
But yeah, no, that is, I mean, there are definitely perks to being a firefighter or being a police officer. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The donuts. I mean, of course. Free beverages pretty much everywhere you go. I learned something a couple of days ago that kind of blew my mind. Now, I came up in the heart of, and you were kind of like you at the tail end of the DARE program.
Oh, yeah, I remember the DARE.
So did you know that the DARE program was a pyramid scheme?
Sweet.
It was a pyramid scheme for recruiting police officers.
Oh, yeah?
Apparently, they would hire these, or they would have these police officers sign up to be a DARE officer.
Okay.
And part of the program was to recruit other people who wanted to be police officers.
Okay.
And you got bonus money for every, because if you did a DARE class, you got a bonus.
Right.
But if you did a DARE class and then recruited somebody to be a police officer, you got an additional bonus.
Gotcha.
So it became this huge, like you tell two people and then they'll tell two people. And
exactly.
I'm like, that's multi-level marketing.
Hey.
That's why the DARE program never worked. Just like the war on drugs, they never wanted it to. They needed a villain. They needed a thing.
It's your turn in the McGruff costume. There was so much McGruff back then.
There was, but I mean, DARE, I will say this. DARE was, at the very least, better than the Just Say No campaign.
Yeah.
That was That was just silly. Now, I'll give it to it. Nancy Reagan, the throat goat, she came up with it, so I got to give it to her. But, it was not the program that was going to succeed.
Should have stuck with the power team.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
What made me stop doing drugs? Large people lifting heavy things in a stage in front of me.
Phone books and the power of Jesus. You know how many water bottle I've seen
Tim Allen.
blown up? You know those old school red, you put them by your feet, hot water bottles?
Yeah.
They used to take those and blow those up to the point where they would explode. That's how. Like, unless they're pre-stretched, I never understood that because there's no way you can expand that bladder. I mean, I get saying, oh, I've got, muscle capacity. I've got all this. You're going to tell me that your breath, your wind is strong?
I guess if you work out your wind, maybe. I don't know. A lot of running, you get strong lungs? I have no idea.
Yes.
No idea.
That one was the one of all of them, of like the bed of nails and all that stuff. The blowing up the hot water bottle was the one that always was like, I don't get it.
See, and this is why I always think of Tim Allen, because I was one of the few, I grew up at the right time and the luckiness of whatever, that, of course, if you don't know Tim Allen, he went to prison for drug distribution all before he became famous.
Right.
Well, as part of his community sentencing and stuff, he had to go around high schools. And I was in high school, and he came to my high school.
Really?
In D.C. before Tim Allen was Tim Allen, famous Tim Allen, because he did all that stuff. And then about a year later, Tool Time came out.
Yeah.
Or whatever, Home Improvement, whatever the show's called.
So to do like a speech?
Yeah, like to stay off about drugs and drugs are bad, but he did his stand-up routine.
I was gonna ask, did he do like comedy?
Yeah, he did like a stand-up routine. Then at the end, he kind of shares his life and don't do drugs, kids, kind of thing. Yeah, I saw it in my high school before he was like a household name.
That's a pretty big.
And what put it together was because he did all that stuff, and then Tool Time came on, and I'm like,
Home Improvement.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's the dude that came to my high school. Told me to stay off drugs.
It does always kind of throw me off when I find out like the years that Home Improvement, because I always feel like it was later in the 90s than it actually was. That show ran for like 9 seasons.
Yeah.
It was a long run.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think if it was high school or middle school, but it was in school. Now I'm trying to think. It might have been middle school now I think about it. When he came to our school and told us to don't do drugs.
It would have been like 93, 94 that the show debuted.
Oh, so it would have probably been high school.
Yeah.
Because I graduated in 91. So this probably would have been like 89.
Okay. It was like, 90, 92 or 93 is when the show
Okay, so this
debuted.
might have been 88, 89 time frame maybe. Something like that. I don't know. I've slept since then.
Yeah,
like things that happened 10 years ago, I'm like, that was like a last week.
If you've never seen it, and I fully recommend you do, go Google Tim Allen's mugshot.
Yeah.
Whew, it's a rough look.
Yeah.
That man had the quintessential 70s porno stash.
Yeah. Well, he was doing hard time. He was good. Like he was straight up like trafficking.
He was moving kilos. Yeah.
He was like trafficking drugs. He wasn't like just got caught smoking weed. He was trafficking drugs. He was cartel action going on there. But anyway, we're gonna play our interview with Ellie.
It's the reverse pyramid. You work your way up.
That's right. But I got to see him in school do a stand-up bit.
That's just neat.
Yeah. All right. It is 8:17. Let's get you up to date. I'm going to try left-handed. This always ends badly, but I'm going to try anyway. Here's your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look good for the next couple of days. Upper 60s for the afternoon high today, and we should be getting plenty of sunshine. Overnight, we'll dip into the mid-30s and clear. We have cool high pressure moving in on Wednesday. That'll give us sunny skies, and we'll stay in the upper 50s. Clear for Wednesday night. Our Thanksgiving Day looks nice. Low 60s and sunny. Mix of sun and clouds Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 40 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity's at 77% with winds out of the east at 3 miles per hour. Sunny today and a high of 68. Winds will be out of the northwest, 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy, overnight low of 37 degrees with northeast winds at around 5 miles per hour. Wednesday, sunny skies and a high of 59. It's a little cooler tomorrow. Winds out of the south, 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, we're going to be right at freezing. Mostly clear, 32 for an overnight low. South winds at around 5 miles per hour. Thanksgiving Day, sunny skies, lower 60s, 63 officially with north winds at around 5 miles per hour. Thursday night, cloudy with an overnight low of 35 degrees. Friday, sunny skies, partly cloudy skies, 64 for a high there. And then for the weekend, sunny and 62 for Saturday, partly cloudy, and 59 on Sunday. And then Sunday night, Monday, chance of rain and snow showers. 31's the overnight low. Here we go. Panic again, starting Sunday night. Get ready. All right, it is 8:19. We're going to take a quick commercial break, then we're going to play our interview with Elliot Rodriguez from Lone Depot. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
All right, Mr. Gobbles, it's that time of year again. Got any last requests? What? You want a smoking deal on a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle? Mucho dinero for your trade and your credit pardon? Well, you're going to have to go to Roswell Ford.
Hey, Roswell Ford is talking real turkey. With our most aggressive offers in more than 5 years. Right now, get massive savings on new Fords and quality pre-owned vehicles with 0% financing and no payments till February 2026. Plus, if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to help you escape from your trade. Even if you owe thousands more than it's worth, worried that your credit is a little foul? Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders who will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. All roads lead to huge American-made savings and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com.
0 APR for 48 months is $20.83 per thousand financed. Interest accrues from date of sale. Subject to lender approval. On select vehicles. Offers not combined.
If you want to install a new roof, you can do it the cheap way or you can do it the right way. Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing, and one of our customers recently found this out the hard way. He was going to hire us to re-roof his roof, but he found someone to do the job for $2,000 cheaper. Half a year later, this customer called us to re-inspect his brand new roof. Turns out this contractor was not a contractor at all. He had no license and no insurance. The roof was installed incorrectly and never had been passed by the city inspector. We had to re-roof his brand new roof, tear off the shingles and start from scratch. It was the most expensive $2,000 anyone has ever saved. If you need a roof installed the right way, you can trust who your neighbors trust. You can trust Trustmark Roofing for no obligation to the penny quote on your roof transformation. Call 575-755-ROOF. That's 575-755-7663.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The U.S. Treasury once considered producing donut-shaped coins. They instead decided to go with coin-shaped donuts. Here's Mike Winters.
This morning from Lone Depot, Elliot Rodriguez back with us. Good morning.
Good morning, Roswell. And actually, happy Thanksgiving is almost here.
We are, next week Thanksgiving?
It's a week and a half from now.
Yeah, good Lord. Yeah.
This year has flew by like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, I know the kids and everybody because they'll be off next week, so they're counting the days this week.
They're like, yeah, there comes the holidays again. It's like, you almost wanted to say, you just got a break.
That's right. No, but yeah, we'll be gobbling turkey and everything else. And I'm not going to lie, I had to stop because right now there are so many restaurants doing some version of a turkey Thanksgiving sandwich, and I've been trying them all. And by the time we get to actual Thanksgiving, I'm going to be so sick of this Thanksgiving stuff that I've deliberately said none of that this week. I'm devoting it so when I get to Thanksgiving, I will be ready for turkey.
Not to be unfair, but who's winning already?
Yeah, so because like all the sandwich joints, from Subway to Firehouse to Arby's, everyone's got like a Thanksgiving sandwich.
Who'd you like the best so far?
I don't know. The jury's still out. I like them all in different ways for different things. And then, here's the thing.
You almost sound like me and my guys. I hire him for that skill in particular.
Well, for instance, Arby's has got a fried turkey sandwich. And I'm like, come on,
fried turkey sandwich.
It's fried turkey.
God.
Fried turkey wins every time over regular turkey. So that's got an up. But if you get the Firehouse or I like the cranberry situation going. So it's but if you put elements of that one on this one, but Arby's trumps everyone with the fried turkey because it's fried turkey.
So you could probably put a little piece from this, a little this from this, and make the perfect sandwich.
Yeah.
You know, my wife and I talk about that all the time.
Right.
Okay. You know, and I'm Puerto Rican, so we love to fry everything. So
well, fried turkey, yeah. I mean, there might be casualties, but it is good if you do it right.
No kidding, right?
That's right.
And I don't know if you noticed, it's supposed to be getting cold, but it's like the heat tries to come back, you know, like squish in a little.
That's right. And that summer comes back in. Wait a minute, I ain't done yet. Give me another. We're gonna have another 85-degree day.
No kidding. So,
but I imagine when you get to the holidays, just curious. I know, like before the holidays, there's probably a push for people looking to buy homes and get in before the holidays and all that. But does it pick up at this time of year? Because sometimes people think, man, my house is not going to handle Thanksgiving. We need to look for a new house. And so they start the journey because the holidays aren't meeting the needs. I mean, I was just curious, like, is it a busy time for that during the year, or is it not?
It's very interesting that you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Because my wife probably would tell me, quit, okay, right now. I know she's listening. She's like,
because most people think, no, everyone's busy with holiday stuff. They're not thinking about buying a new house right now. But I'm sure I'm wrong on that.
She says, like, when you gonna retire? Let me tell you something. I just want to say I'm blessed, and I thank God for that, because I try to take care of my customers, and deliver a service that nobody else can do. Okay?
Sure.
And I mean that was from the bottom of my heart. My wife knows this, and she loves it, but she hates it at the same time.
Right.
Okay. And since even before COVID, I've been very consistent when it comes to producing and getting people in their homes and everything, and it just keeps increasing. It has not diminished at all.
Right.
If anything, it's just growing and growing. I mean, my team is actually a team of I got 6 people on my team under me now. So we went from 4 to 6.
You got like a whole division
and
there now.
I'm trying to freaking continue growing because we're gonna have to. And hopefully, the guys can, keep up with everything that we're doing.
Right.
But to answer to your question, all these years, even when it comes down to Christmas, in the holidays and Thanksgiving, it's like, for me, it hasn't been a point that it slows down. I see a lot of people slow down. I see it. Okay. But that doesn't happen to me for some crazy reason. I mean, and I know God has been good to me. That's all it is. I put my foot forward and do what I need to do for my customers, and I think people are getting the message. It's like that's the place to go. And if God permit, next year is going to be even better than this year, but in a different way, in a better way as well. So, but no, I mean, I'm seeing like a spike on the market as far as like what's happening.
Right.
Everybody's a little maybe into the holidays and seeing what's happening in the market and thinking, oh, the rates are dropping. They are getting better. They haven't truly 100% dropped.
Sure.
Okay. It's costing a little less, to get the interest rate that you want.
I imagine, cost of living is higher right now. I mean, grocery stores and things. So
Mm-hmm.
I imagine that makes people apprehensive too sometimes on pulling the trigger.
But it's very interesting because it's not that I'm slowing down. If anything, I'm about to like call 911, send the fire department here because everything is on fire.
Absolutely. Well, and this goes back to the thing you say all the time. If you need a house, you need a house. Whatever the state of the market of the world is at the moment, that is not relevant here. It's just not. If you need a house, you need the house. And
correct.
Sure, it'd be nice if the time you need a house is the time when all the interest rates are rock bottom and all of that. But if you're going to wait for that, you're going to be sitting on the sidelines more than you're, paying someone else's mortgage, basically.
And you know what? Like you always say, if you have the ish, if you're living somewhere, if you're living with relatives, if you're renting or whatever, and it's time to go and get a house, don't hesitate. Don't be afraid of it.
Yeah.
At least get ready. One thing that I would suggest to everybody out there, okay, listen to your real estate agents. I mean, you should be talking to your lender first, okay? If you're lucky and you have a real estate agent to begin with, that's awesome because they can guide you somewhat.
Sure.
But you should be talking to your lender to get pre-approved.
Absolutely.
Then the next step, folks, and this is a big deal to me, okay, because lately it's been like molasses. Like everybody wants this, but everybody wants to move slow.
Sure.
If your lender asks you for the list of items that you need to buy a house, you should be putting those things together forward right away.
Absolutely.
Don't wait until you're on the contract because Now your lender is waiting for you to give stuff so you can move forward with the process.
Absolutely.
And that's becoming a really big problem because I guess everybody's being a little complacent, okay? And I get it. Everybody's busy,
Sure.
okay?
Life happens.
And life happens, and there's a lot of things happening. People have kids in games, football and all this and all kinds of nonsense. I get it. But folks, if you want to buy a house, keep the eye on the goal and move the paperwork forward the way it should.
There is enough moving parts in the buying of a home or a piece of property in that process that naturally creates delays anyway. Don't add to them by not having your ducks in a row in the paper.
Exactly.
There's so many other things that can happen, and it's usually on the bank's end or the seller's end or something like that. The last thing you want to do to gum up that is not because your paperwork's not in order or you don't have everything. And so when you have it ready and when you do hit those unforeseeable moments that are going to delay it, it's not because of something like that. And so that's why, and that's just a tip in life and anything, not just home
on everything
buying.
that you do. It doesn't matter. And if your lender tells you you're approved to 250, don't find a house for 275.
Yeah. Well, that's just that's the big thing.
And it's been the craziness lately. It's like, wow.
And that's something you always, and this is something that you always tell your folks that is not necessarily what's told by your lending agent very often is that, they say, okay, yes, based on the numbers here, you're approved at 250. But let's be honest here. If you're paying, whatever that equivalent in the mortgage based on the thing is, it's whatever that number is, $1,200, $1,500 a month, whatever that number is. If that, you can afford it, but can you afford furniture? Can you afford to pay your other bills, the light bill, the water bill?
Don't overdo it if you don't. If you don't have to. I get it. You fall in love with the house that you want to buy.
Find a house that's maybe 20, 50 grand cheaper that you can put back into that house or put back into your other things and build up the equity. And then when you do have better means, then you can splurge for the nicer countertops or whatever it is you're talking
about.
But
definitely do not go higher than what your lender is telling you that you're approved for sure. But it's happening,
right? But I'm just saying, like, if you look at two houses that all things being equal, the one difference is this one's 20, 30 grand higher because it's got higher end cabinets and stuff, but it still checks the boxes of square footage and all that. Maybe, just maybe, that's going to hurt your budget right now. Let's go with the lower end countertops.
Exactly.
And guess what? As you build into it, then we can upgrade to the marble here, or we can move to a house that's already got it in. But at this moment, maybe let's go with the nice ceramic tile or whatever you got in there instead of the.
You go with
granite
Shania.
counter.
You go with
you know what I'm saying? That's the type of thing we're talking about.
Remember, I always said maybe you're not buying the Taj Mahal.
Sure.
But guess what? You can make your own Taj Mahal afterwards.
But the things that really can tweak a price like that, and that's why people do it for curb appeal, for less move-in ready. Sometimes looking at the home that's a little outdated because it's still perfectly clean and fine, but let's face it. The flooring or the cabinets that was so 10 years ago or so something else now.
Let me tell you something, folks. And I know this doesn't apply to a lot of us, but I used to watch all these real estate shows from New York and California and all that. And these folks go and buy like $1 million or $3 million place and then go and completely turn it apart and start from scratch and do a $3 or $5 or $7 million home on top of it. How crazy that is. You paid $2 million and now you're going to make that a $7 million place. You just literally demolished a $2 million. And some of those homes are nice as they were,
Exactly.
And I know that doesn't apply to us little folks out here.
Yeah, they show up on HGTV. Or
I used to watch that. I used to love that. It's like, wow, okay, that's just some crazy stuff.
But then sometimes you have to be careful of that too, because sometimes they, the bones of the house is what's important, and this is something you learn as you get older. It's like, sure. The fancy countertops and all that, but if the plumbing's a hot mess, if the actual foundation's a hot mess, you can paint it with the fanciest of countertops in the world. It's not gonna matter, and that's where sometimes you're like, okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure actual Stranger Things era was this countertop, but it's solid. It's correct. I can do a contractor. I can go down to Home Depot and go get new countertops.
And just keep in mind, nowadays there's so many programs that you could do whatever you want.
Sure.
You just need to find yourself a home for you.
Absolutely.
And second of all, folks, the rates are lower than it's been a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're not any higher than what they were a year ago. They're actually the lowest they've been.
Sure.
Okay.
Where everything else has come up in the world, actual real estate costs has come down.
So it's happening, folks.
You want a cup of coffee? That's a lot of money, but a house is a little cheaper now.
The fact of the matter is, it's like they're trying to heal the system.
Sure.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Okay. And you and I talked about this all the time. What goes up must go down. Okay. And it happens. But it's how fast it's going to drop better.
Sure.
We don't know that. It could be 6 months. It could be a year. Okay. The fact is, it's gone better.
Yeah, that's right. And it doesn't. And again, if you already own a home and you're in the game, then you have the luxury of waiting and being, as long as you're not needing.
Oh, and if you're doing something,
like if
you could plan so much better.
Sure.
Okay.
Unless you've got like we just had an addition and we need 2 more bedrooms stat, then okay. But But if generally speaking, most people don't do that kind of thing. But if you're a first time home buyer, it really doesn't matter when you get in the game, because sure, you might be you're not going to get as much house right now, but once you're in the game, and now you're investing back in yourself, and every time you make a mortgage payment, you're actually building back into your own nest egg, and instead of paying a rent check to somebody else. And so once you're in the game, you're building into your, so okay, you may not get the home you were exactly wanting here, but give me 5 years, or give me whatever it is, if I'm a good track, you're going to build up a little bit of equity. Guess what? Now all of a sudden you're in that thing and you're in the game and you did it and you're just building it. And that's exactly the dream that Ellie gives you when you walk in there.
And don't be afraid of what's happening out there.
And anybody can do that if you just have a little discipline and willing and plan a little bit. Anybody can do that.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
And income, yes. Yeah, it's sure a lot easier when you make a lot of money. But if you're making minimum wage 40 hours a week, and you're smart with your money, you can be a homeowner.
I mean, like, we talk about it. Yeah. I help people that work at McDonald's and Burger King buy houses.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, folks, if people that has those type of jobs can buy a home.
Yeah.
I mean, even Taco Bell. I just have to go to Taco Bell. Taco Hell.
He gets paid by tacos.
I get paid by tacos. No, I mean, the fact of the matter is, if, like Mike said, if you're smart and you're disciplined, okay, and you're proactive and you know what you want,
sure,
the sky is the limit. It doesn't matter what you do for a living.
It's all about priorities and what you prioritize and what you're. Now, I'm not going to lie. If you're making minimum wage 40 hours a week, Netflix, all those things go the way of the dodo here. But
exactly.
At the end game, are you trying to get into a house?
Well, me and Mike are a perfect example.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we started from nothing, military folks. Okay. I mean, folks, when we go into the military, it's not like we're rich. They don't give us a lot of money at first.
You know what? I got paid $1,000 a month. A month.
I know. It's like, how do you survive with that? I mean, besides that, we were living in the barracks at the time.
Yes. Granted, I didn't pay for housing. I didn't pay for food.
But let's be realistic.
A month ain't getting very far.
Let's be realistic.
Yeah.
I come across a lot of people that are still living with folks, family members or whatever, and they don't have no money saved up.
Yeah.
Folks, if you're living with your family, okay, start saving some money. Okay, this is the blessing that you have actually a member or a friend or somebody very close to you, and you don't have to pay rent.
Yeah,
you should be planning, for the rainy day, or either let's say, hey, let me put some money on the side.
Sure,
it doesn't mean I have to use it all, but at least I have money that I can go and buy a house.
Yeah.
And depending on your situation, maybe you don't even have to even touch the money, but you at least not broke.
Take advantage of the kindness of others.
Take advantage of the kindness that you're getting and the blessings that you're getting for that day.
Be a freeloader or be a freeloader to build on yourself, not just a freeloader to mooch off your parents.
I'm telling you. But you know what? God is good. Everybody's doing really well. I've seen it across the board for everybody. Okay. Some people having it hard, of course. That's in every day, part of life. But if you do your part, you could get where you need to get.
Yeah,
okay?
and to be honest, once you get the house, you're there and you're actually making money. You're making money.
You're part of the system.
Yeah,
and you're part of the matrix. I was listening to you guys. I love when Neo started flying and everything.
It's just bliss.
No, folks, when you're part of the game,
absolutely,
okay, you start getting all this. When you open a bank account, when you buy a car. you know, when you open your first credit card, you start getting a bunch of stuff in the mail. Why? Because now you're part of the system.
Sure.
Okay. They know this, all right? So they're going to send you more stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Now, how you deal with those things,
it's never easier to get a loan for a house until right after you bought one.
do you remember those things that people used to come to the bank? It's like, can I get a credit card or a loan? Yeah. And they're like, you don't have enough credit history to be able to do so. Okay, so give me a freaking opportunity.
Right. Yeah.
It's the craziest thing. And I used to hear that all the time.
Sure.
Folks, if you do the right thing for yourself,
sure.
If you at least pay your bills on time, okay? All right, listen to this. I'm going to say it twice. If you pay your bills on time,
that's the key.
And you don't have credit,
yeah,
you can still buy a home, folks.
Yeah.
Okay? I have the programs to do that. All right? But you have to at least pay your bills on time.
And to be honest, this was like, you know, you're talking about the military, and like you and I experienced, like, and that was, for me at least, it was the game, like, yeah, because no one talks to you. But the day you're a military person, and this is the problem that lies within the military, is they know you're backed by Uncle Sam. And so when they got that one stripe or no striper rolling in, they're willing to give any line of credit. You need a phone, you need a car, you need a computer, no problem. You're a U.S. government.
Folks, every base that we have really, like, credit unions and those everywhere,
and they'll give you and these young men,
they know,
and these young men and women, you know, first time they don't know anything. The next thing you know, they're like, yeah, I got a computer, I got a car. Go, guess what? Now I got my first paycheck. It's $1,000 for a month. Oh, by the way, I've got $3,000 a month in bills.
When you get stationed on your home base,
yeah,
it's funny. Let me tell you something. I remember seeing so many guys with brand new cars after we just got there and we just come out of basic training in AIT. It's like everybody got a car. It's like it's like what happened?
And I'm guessing nowadays it's the new phone.
Oh, it's probably even worse now because let's be honest, lives have changed.
Yeah,
they do get paid a little better. They're still not enough.
Not much, but it's a little better.
But it's a little better. But now, I mean, things have changed and everything's so expensive. I mean, cars.
Yeah.
I mean, people buying cars. Cars are like $50,000 just like the drop of a coin. Yeah. It's crazy.
I tell you, best deal. Go to a lemon lot on any military establishment. You know, I don't care if it's an Army, Navy, Air Force. Go to the lemon lot. And what those are is basically because people deploy PCS all the time, and they get sent to Europe or Asia or somewhere, and they can't take a car with them. So they sell the cars on the lemon lot, and you'll see everything from Jaguars and Mercedes to some hoopty Chevette. There's it's all in there.
And folks, there's houses coming up all the time now. Yeah. I don't know if you noticed. Okay, there's a little more popping up here and there. And it's crazy because they're very expensive. Okay, a little high. And almost nothing in the bottom.
Sure.
Okay. Now, even the ones in the bottom, they're need a little love.
Well, and I imagine there's probably some market correction going on because we're coming out of the COVID where, let's face it, prices of housing was
it's like it's adjusting or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's no way lending institutions are going to approve. Loans for these houses are not going to appraise for what people are asking for them. It's just not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Where they could do that during COVID because there was little bidding wars on houses.
And folks, if you're in the market to buy a house, okay, and I got the programs. If you don't have a lot of money saved, though, that's okay. Don't let that deviate you for even trying. I got programs that will give you the down payment. We got the MFA, okay. Loan Depot have Access Zero. So if you're a repeater buyer and you're just a little short, of what you need to have, no big deal. I can give you what you need to be able to buy a house.
Gap insurance.
It's almost like gap insurance, right? But the point is, folks, we have things to help you. And if you don't want to go so high, and there's the house that is down the street from your mom, and you want to be closer to mom or your brother and sisters or whatever, and it needs a little love, we got the 2 or 3Ks to fix them.
Absolutely.
Okay, so don't be afraid. To get what is yours that is available there for you.
Absolutely.
Okay? This is the only time that I will say if anybody's entitled to anything, you're entitled to the chance to get it. Okay? But you still have to do your part, So go for it. Don't be afraid of that. Don't worry about what's happening in the market. I mean, the market is getting better. And
then, like you said, there's so many programs, so many different ways, and literally it's like it's almost like college scholarships. You go and roll into college and they tell you next roll right in that financial aid office and apply for anything they'll let you. Same kind of deal here with this. You roll in there and you spill Ellie with everything. A teacher angle, a law enforcement angle, military angle, first time buyer angle.
Correct.
Whatever card you can play there to get into a program. let Elliot turn those rocks over and find them.
And there's a lot of houses coming up. I mean, there's a lot of builders building houses left and right over here. Okay, you see my signs around in town. Look like some kind of guy running for like city council or something. But the thing is, this folks. There's builders building houses. I mean, you got Tony. He was here last month.
We were talking last month.
El Toro community, folks. Okay, houses from $265,000 to like what did he say? Like 305 or something like that. Okay, so he's not going high, but they're really good made houses. There's a lot of builders that are making houses. I mean,
and a lot of the technologies and
it's changing. Everything is getting to
energy efficient.
Like, yes,
he was talking geothermal on these and everything else.
And that program right there on that community.
Yeah,
they're in partnership with MFA. Okay, they wanted to try to move those houses.
Sure.
I mean, let's be realistic.
I think if I ever built, I'm probably not because I am in my life, but I ever decided
that's what
I
tell my wife all the time. Is like,
but if I ever decide I'm going to build a brand new house, I think I'd definitely go geothermal for heating and cooling and all that.
Just to make it a little better.
Well, in the long run, you save a lot of money, and it checks all the green boxes, which makes the green folks happy. And I'm like, it does the same thing as well, and it costs me less to do it. Sign me up.
and we can see a lot of agents popping up, open houses and more houses coming up. So it's happening.
Sure.
Okay. I would actually advise some of the sellers out there maybe fix up the houses a little, so you could sell them a lot easier.
Well, and that's the thing, and talk to the real estate agents. They're the ones who are experts on this side.
If you're not listening, if you're a seller and you're not talking to an agent because you want to do it on yourself or by your own, I get it.
Right. But they know exactly.
But they know what you need to do.
It's like, look, invest money in this to fix up. You'll get that back. On this one, levy it up to the buyer on that one. Because as a matter of fact, I had that same because I knew when I sold my house, I knew my carpet. I had dogs. It was old shoddy carpet.
No, I get it.
But I was like, I think I'm going to replace it before. And the agent said no. A thing like flooring, they may not want carpet. They might want hardwood. They might give them a credit, and that's exactly what we did. I think we gave them like a $59 carpet credit. I don't remember what it was. We did, and basically, but had I not talking to my agent, I would have. I wouldn't have known to do that. I would have spent money on that. I probably wouldn't have gotten it back in the sale like I thought I was. And so that's where your real estate agent can really help you on that and say, yeah, it is worth money on putting that in to put that new coat of paint on or to replace that. This one's like, no, that gives them choices for when they buy the house. They're like, okay, they may not like it. And so that's exactly what you're saying is and to do as minimal as you can. Investment money wise, they can get the maximum boost on reback, curb appeal, or getting your money back. And those are the things you want to do. If you have some major construction to do, talk with the agent. Maybe it is to your benefit because but then they might say, you know what, that's something I would offer credit for to another alternative.
And talk to your lender. Okay, they will advise you. I mean, I'm going to talk about for myself as far as this. I don't have any other agenda but to help you buy your house.
Sure.
Okay. I don't care if the house is $55,000 or $1 million. I'm gonna help you and take care of it just the same. Like if you're buying $1 million every time.
Sure.
You have to also do your homework and see who's gonna help you. Are they gonna go the extra mile? Are they gonna really be there for you? Are they gonna advise you? Are they gonna guide you? I tried and I want to say that I do the extra mile for my customers. Sure. Because of my own experience on my own self.
Yeah.
And I try to give that to everybody out there.
And that's you want the same in your real estate agent. So make sure you do your homework on that too. And and I would say, and I'm not gonna, Ellie can do what he wants to do, but Elliot's been in this business a long time. If you're at that point where you're talking and secure money, and then you said, okay. Don't hesitate to ask Elliot's opinion on the type of because he deals with a lot of agents. He can tell you the good history he has and the ones not so much with. And we're not going to do that on the radio, obviously here. But
Jake and Michael High.
Yeah, have a conversation with Elliot. When you're done, and he'll be happy to recommend some people that he's worked well with.
Of course, and I have I know them all. Yeah. I have a lot of good partners.
Sure.
So and folks, you may think that the agent don't have your interest in hand. That might be a possibility, but they're there to help you buy a house just the same.
Absolutely. Well, and the good ones have the same philosophy you do. They're not selling you this house.
They're
selling your family the next generation.
I've seen some agents go the extra mile that is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. I've seen the other side of the quarter too. But at the end of the day, I just go with the ones that actually take care of the customers and are there for you. Okay.
Well, and I imagine, and this is just my speculation, just because what I know, the limited things I know, the real estate industry has a lot of people that enter it. Some people come in with that goal of being real estate agents. Others are trying to look at an opportunity to make a lot of money, but not with minimum schooling, with minimum.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, yes, you have to get your realtor's license, and there's a series of classes, but it's not a 4-year college degree. And if you hustle, you can pull 6 figures very easily in the real estate, if you were a hustler. So as far as investment versus the squeeze, real estate is one of those. So you got to weed out a lot of people that are thinking.
And if you think about it,
they're going to make a fast buck in real estate.
Let's talk basis. You have a lender, a real estate agent.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be in a partnership. There's no other goal to get that individual in their home.
Because at the end of the day, everyone's not getting what they want unless you work together.
Exactly.
And they're not getting their commission check. You're certainly not getting yours, and the people aren't getting their home they want.
So throughout the years, I deal with a lot of good and bad.
Yeah.
So I deal. It's very interesting.
Sure.
The one thing that I can tell you, okay, if the customer is complaining about something, is the only person that should be complaining about anything. Okay. Because in the end of the day, if any agent, and I this is a message to everybody, good and bad out there, if any agent think I'm not trying to close this on time, I don't know what you're eating, drinking, or smoking in the morning, because I don't have any other agenda but to help you finish, to the end and make it happen.
Your happy day is the day you're signing paperwork.
Exactly.
Yeah, that day signing all the paperwork. Yeah.
If the borrower is happy, okay, we should work together to make sure that happiness stays through the whole entire process.
The win is the picture where they're holding the big key in front of the house and all that. Yeah.
And my key is very big. I might be short, but my key is a big key. No, I mean, I had a guy who's like, "Is this my key for my house? This better be a big house."
Just like that big check you went in today, go cash it. So.
No, but folks, we are there to take care of you.
Absolutely.
If you're looking for a place to go and to be really, truly taken care of, like I always say it,
come on by.
Loan Depot, okay? Your lender of choice is where, dreams come true, all right?
Absolutely.
And this is what we do, all right? This is what we deliver, okay? Home is first for us, for you, okay?
Absolutely.
And we will deliver this to you every single time.
Absolutely.
No matter what's happening.
I got to get a break in real quick, so we got to wrap up a new system. I got to learn things. But anyway, please give Elliot a call or come by the office. You can dial in direct 719-237-4680. Call the office here just off 2nd over there. 204 West 2nd is the actual address there, Suite 5. 505-445-2070. 505-445-2070. Or you can go online. You can go to his website, which is www.loandepot.com/Elliot Rodriguez, 1 L in Elliot and a Z on the end of Rodriguez. Or you can shoot him an email, Elliot Rodriguez, same spelling, @loandepot.com.
Yeah, and we will take care of you.
We'll appreciate it, sir. We'll see you here in a couple weeks, and I know you got probably 16 different things waiting on you right now. So. All right.
Thank you for having me, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving. That's right. Take a turkey break this week so you can stuff your face.
Now for your Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. Thanks for joining us. This week's Minute with the Mayor in Artesia is with Mayor Pro Tem Jeff Yautsy. If you've got any questions about anything going on in town, just go to Kith and Kin from 8:30 to 9:30 and get the info straight from Mayor Pro Tem Jeff Yautsy. The Roswell City Council recognizing Utilities Director Andrew Valadez and Engineering and Infrastructure Director James McCormack after the two received a Catalina Muniz Utilities Award for exceptional infrastructure projects. The award presented to the pair at the New Mexico Infrastructure Finance Conference that took place in Albuquerque earlier this month. It recognized the efforts of Valadez and McCormack in the wastewater collection line emergency response, dealing with damages to the system caused by the October 2024 flooding in Roswell. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo reporting.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. High school football semifinals for the large schools took place over this past weekend, and congratulations to the Roswell Coyotes. They win on the road at number 5, Anthony Gatson. Actually, Gatson's the 6th seed. Roswell, the 2nd seed. Roswell wins 35-17. So Roswell advances to the 5A state championship game playing Artesia. Who else? These two teams have played for the last 2 state championships. They'll do it again this Saturday in Artesia at 1 o'clock. Meanwhile, Dexter will host the 3A state championship game against St. Michael's. Dexter defeats Hope at home by a score of 24-6 to move to 10-1 on the season. Meanwhile, it was St. Mike's destroying NMMI in Santa Fe 54-8. And St. Mike's still undefeated. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look good for the next couple of days. Upper 60s for the afternoon high today, and we should be getting plenty of sunshine. Overnight, we'll dip into the mid-30s and clear. We have cool high pressure moving in on Wednesday. That'll give us sunny skies, and we'll stay in the upper 50s. Clear for Wednesday night. Our Thanksgiving Day looks nice. Low 60s and sunny. Mix of sun and clouds Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
All across America, this is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
Good morning. Stocks open after holding on to gains on Monday. The S&P 500 rose 1.5%, its best day since May, and the Nasdaq rose more than 2.5%. Chip stocks rose again, including high-priced Nvidia. Google parent Alphabet led the rebound. It now has a new AI model, Gemini 3. Despite the recent declines, the broad S&P 500 index is less than 3% from its record high. Health and medical stocks continued rising, as they did when AI stocks were falling, and some firms are upgrading them to rise further. Another leading Federal Reserve member, Mary Daly, said she too now supports cutting interest rates again in December. Reports that may affect stocks now come out today on retail sales, inflation, home prices, home sales, and consumer confidence. Estimates on Thanksgiving meal costs are all over the lot. Pre-made meal packages like Walmart's will be lower than last year, but have fewer items in them. Multiple surveys say holiday spending will be down. People are looking for bargains. With business, I'm Joe Connolly.
This is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
What if the future of finance wasn't built around averages, but around you? At Abacus Global Management, we're reshaping financial planning around the most personal data point, your lifespan. But it's more than just insight, it's control. As a technology-driven asset manager, we're empowering investors with an integrated system to take command of your time, your future, your financial destiny. This is a new era of investing. Take control at abacusgm.com.
Thanksgiving is the time to bring the whole family together to celebrate and be thankful. But after the turkey and stuffing are put away, Black Friday at Roswell Hyundai means the best deals of the year, including 5.49% APR for 60 months on 2025 Hyundai Venues, 3.99% for 60 months on 2025 Hyundai Elantra and Palisade, or as low as 0% for 60 months on Hyundai Tucson. Roswell Hyundai will work hard to get the deal done. Black Friday deals all month long at Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd. Temperatures are falling, and Fulkerson wants to get you ready for the seasons ahead with the Right Fit membership program. For as little as $15 per month or $199 a year, you can rest assured knowing your unit is ready. With biannual HVAC maintenance, as well as reduced dispatch fees, even in the middle of the night. Plus, a 15% discount on all services provided by Fulkerson, as well as preferred scheduling. Be ready for the seasons ahead. Become a Right Fit member with Fulkerson today. Call 575-319-9984 to find out more. Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Roswell and surrounding areas.
Celebrate Black Friday and 50 years in business with Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. Get great buy one, get one off 50% deals on all clothing from brands you know and love, including hats from Resistol, Stetson, Hui, and Twister, boots from Ariat, Justin, Durango, Twisted X, and more. Clothing, jewelry, and accessories from Wrangler, Ariat, Kimes, and Cinch. Even Turquoise jewelry is buy one, get one 50% off. Handbags, toys for the kids, and fur babies, all buy one, get one 50% off. Plus, special 50th anniversary giveaways now through Christmas. Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply, 1105 East 2nd in Roswell, celebrating 50 years.
Ready, set, hurry on down to Tate Branch Roswell, where we finish first. Experience the Tate Branch difference here at Tate Branch Roswell, where business is done the Tate Branch way with honesty and integrity to deliver an exceptional customer experience. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs that are priced to move and are backed with a lifetime powertrain warranty. It's all backed by friendly hometown customer service that puts you first every time. So don't wait. Head on down to Tate Branch Roswell right here at 2000 West 2nd Street and drive home happy today. Tate Branch Roswell. Come experience the world-class experience you have been waiting for.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The catfish has over 27,000 taste buds. Do you think they prefer fried or blackened? Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is closing in on 8:59. Stay tuned. Next hour, around 9:15-ish, we're going to replay our interview we had earlier in the month with Carol Wynn. She's with the New Mexico State Police, and she's talking about recruitment for state police, looking for state troopers to serve. They are having an event at the New Mexico State Police Roswell office here on December 10th. So that's why we're going to play the interview next hour to remind folks about that event. But we had a great conversation with her, talking a little bit about how the whole process of, because to me it's kind of like the military. We're New Mexico. You sign up for the state police and you could be stationed at multiple places. We're a little different than the Roswell Police Department or the Chaves County Sheriff. You're here. You're not going to, you might not end up somewhere else. Where state police is a little different like that. So we talk about how that whole process works and stuff too. So we'll play that interview for you next hour. Town Hall News is coming up here next. And of course, we'll be back on the other side of news. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. We'll be back. Don't go away.
Clyde Lewis and Ground Zero is now in Roswell on 106.5 FM. KEND Roswell.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. Attorney General Bondi is vowing to appeal a judge's ruling dismissing criminal cases against former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James.
A federal judge concluded that the prosecutor who brought the charges at President Trump's urging was illegally appointed by the Justice Department. It's a sharp rebuke of the Trump administration's efforts to target the president's political opponents. The judge's order deals exclusively with the appointment of Lindsay Halligan as U.S. Attorney. She was a former White House aide with no prior prosecutorial experience and was tapped to lead one of DOJ's most elite offices. Greg Clugston, Washington.
The White House is lashing out at those Democratic lawmakers who produced a video urging military service members to disobey presidential orders.
You can't have a functioning military if there's disorder and chaos within the ranks, and that's what these Democrat members were encouraging. It's very clear.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt. The Pentagon is investigating Senator Mark Kelly's role in the video. Kelly is a retired Navy captain who could face court-martial proceedings. In the video, the lawmakers speak of illegal presidential orders, but when pressed on the issue, none could identify any such orders. White House says that's because there were no illegal orders. Sales at retailers, restaurants up a bit in September. Resilient consumers moderated their spending after splurging over the summer. Commerce Department says sales rose 0.2% last month from August. Russia launched a massive drone and missile strike on Ukraine's capital, Kiev, overnight. At least a half dozen people were killed. A Ukrainian attack in southern Russia left 3 people dead there. On Wall Street, stocks are mixed. The Dow is up about 307 points, while the Nasdaq is 71 points in the red. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
In sports, it's the dream team. And if your car is out of warranty, there's a team for that as well.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
Post from the Taliban spokesman Zabiullah Mujahid said a Pakistani airstrike on a residential building in the Khost province killed 9 children and a woman. He also wrote about air attacks in Kandahar and Paktika, in which he said a number of civilians had been injured. There has been no confirmation of the airstrikes from Islamabad. On Monday, at least 3 Pakistani soldiers were killed in a militant attack on the headquarters of a government paramilitary force in Peshawar.
The BBC's Sanjay Dasgupta. The Vatican doubling down on the value of monogamous marriage between a man and a woman, responding to concerns raised by African bishops about the practice of polygamy in their flocks. In recent years, at Vatican meetings, bishops from African countries have been seeking clarification from the Vatican. Townhall.com. Task force ordered by President Trump to combat crime in Memphis, Tennessee, has made thousands of arrests. Since late September, hundreds of federal, state, and local law enforcement officials have fanned out all across the city. Well, aren't you sorry you got rid of all those old comic books?
A copy of the first Superman issue, unearthed by a trio of brothers cleaning out their late mother's attic, netted $9.12 million at a Texas auction house, which says it's the most expensive comic book ever sold. This month's sales surpassed the previous record of $6 million from another Superman-related comic sold last year. The 1939 Superman #1 was one of 500,000 first edition copies printed by Detective Comics Incorporated and is one of a small number of copies known to be in existence. Keith Peters, Washington.
More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The demolition, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Trace Infiernos.
Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell Talk FM. Happy, almost the eve of Thanksgiving, the eve.
Yes, Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah.
But there's still plenty of Thanksgiving eats around.
Well,
there's a lot of community dinners. Happening around here.
If you could eat your way into Thanksgiving and then do it all over again Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. And we got an event coming up this weekend too, so we're gonna we're gonna run it back.
That's right. But yeah, of course, I know Boys and Girls Club's doing their meals to go today.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Food Not Bombs is doing theirs tomorrow here on the courthouse lawn on Thanksgiving proper.
No, the East 2nd. At the splash pad.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm so used to saying courthouse lawn to them.
Yeah.
No, they're going to be at the splash pad on East 2nd.
In the park near the Burt Murphy family splash pad.
Yeah, that one there.
Mm-hmm.
What is that park?
I don't know the name of the park, but I know that it is the Burt Murphy family splash pad.
Yeah, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Is it Pokhorn?
Is that Pokhorn Park? Pokhorn Park. I knew I was like, I should know this. It's Pokhorn Park. Thank you, Josh.
Popcorn Park. Yep. Yep.
Pop-Tart Park.
Pop-Tart Park. Hot Pot Park. So plenty of chances to get some eats.
And then Thursday, Thanksgiving proper. Yes. There'll be the gig is having their Thanksgiving luncheon on the Chaves County Courthouse lawn. Salvation Army also having theirs at the Salvation Army. They're on College. Yeah. So there's a plenty. Please get out there and eat if you need it. And I know, I know if you want to volunteer, I know definitely Pastor Jim and the gig, they could use volunteers and donations. I'm sure Food Not Bombs would love to see more folks out there tomorrow if they want to volunteer or help out and donate. I know they're going to be passing out warming supplies tomorrow for folks because you see the temps go. Well, I'll tell you in a minute. We got some. We're going to be hitting right around freezing. That S word is entering the forecast like Sunday night into Monday of next week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The word rain and snow, like a 30% chance of rain and snow. Was it amount to nothing? I don't know, but I know. We hear that word, we're all going to lose our ever loving mind. But it's going to be colder. So if you have donations for that, bring them with you tomorrow.
Yes.
If you come by, maybe like, well, I don't need lunch, but you know what? Here's some sleeping bags. Here's some coats. Here's some socks. Here's some, things to keep folks warm.
Yeah.
That would be great. Or here's some bucks to go buy some coats.
Absolutely.
Things like that. That would be great.
Cash is indeed also king.
And of course, serving as well, helping serve. I know the gig folks, they are looking for help with prep and work. If you, matter of fact, let me give you a phone number call, 575-626-5358 if you want to reach out to them, if you want to make donations or help, rustle up. Or if you know shut-ins that need a meal delivered on Thanksgiving Day, Pastor Jim will make sure they get on the list there, and they will have a meal and usually a little fellowship as well when they bring those meals with them too. So
yeah, that was a big hole left when Meals on Wheels stopped doing their thing. But it's good to know that, especially on days like Thanksgiving and times like this, that people step up.
And I know Jocelyn and Food Not Bombs, they do the same thing. So if you know shut-ins as well, reach out to them, and they kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Just haphazardly put together a Meals on Wheels kind of deal and start, all right, we'll get some drivers out and we'll figure it out and we'll get them out.
Exactly.
That kind of thing. A makeshift, maybe that was the word I was looking for.
With many wheels. Oh, speaking of, I got to say a huge thank you to the fine folks at WM Diesel Tech. My car does this really cool thing now.
It stops?
It stops.
And it doesn't sound...
Well, let me rephrase that. It stopped before, but it stopped and simultaneously sounded like I was murdering a young woman in an alleyway.
It sounded like a dragon was coming into a strike.
Horrible. So good news, they did bring me the pad to show me on one side. There was no pad left. It was flush, I believe the word is what was used. And that was on one side. That rotor is okay. The other one, it's going to need to be replaced, but it's okay for now. They said they've seen a lot worse.
It's got a little life, but...
Yeah, but time is of the essence.
Time to order a new one.
But I ran into a small issue this morning that I didn't even think about. In putting my tire and my hubcap back on, or my wheel cover back on, they managed to cover the valve stem.
Oh.
Normally not that big of a deal, but that tire has a slow leak. And when I went to air my tire up at 5:20 this morning, I couldn't find the valve stem. I was trying to pull the hubcap back, and
is it inside the tire?
Yeah, I found it.
Yeah.
It's not inside the tire. It's under the hubcap, kind of like.
Oh, I gotcha.
Folded in. So
stealth mode.
Yeah. So I'm gonna, run it over there today, and they're gonna pop that off and fix it and stuff. So all good.
Can you patch the tire?
I'm just gonna get a new set of tires. I'm to the point where I'm ready to upgrade.
Good call.
Every single one of my tires has some type of slow leak.
Matter of fact, his current brand is Patches O'Houlihan.
Yeah, it's true. It's actually. Well, it's funny because they put at where I go to get the patch, they put a little arrow at the spot on the tire where the patch is. So my tire almost looks like a white wall or like a zebra stripe. Because here's one here, there's one here, there's one here,
Joe's
down here.
with
it. So I'm slowly but surely, getting her, road worthy, because I'm gonna have to take a semi-long road trip here soon.
People are looking at your tire thing. I think it's a dance move. Hold on. Go this way, that
Up,
way.
down. Yeah, it's Dance Revolution. There's one guy just trying to get all fancy feet on me next to the tire. I'm like, all right.
I think that's the chicken dance.
Up, down, up. Yep, yeah. That pretty much nailed it.
Very good.
But yes, so we're getting there.
Good.
Yes.
Good deal. Excellent. So, I know you're doing pre-Thanksgiving. So, actually, Thanksgiving itself, are you just kind of laying low?
I'm kind of just going to lay low, I think.
Okay.
I'm going to have, I'm Thanksgiving out a bit. I'm giving myself a bit of a turkey and stuffing break. And then I'll have the other one on Saturday. So there's another one of that.
Order a pizza.
I might just have just regular food on Thanksgiving. Find places that are open and apologize to those people who for having to work on Thanksgiving. Tip them greatly and, get a sandwich or something.
There you go. Problem is, I think you're going to find that anything that's going to be open is going to be serving Thanksgiving things.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably true.
Maybe a fixed dinner.
I got a lot of McDonald's points still.
Oh,
Just saying. I might.
Are they open Thanksgiving Day?
You know what?
I don't know.
That's a good question. I think the only day they're closed is Christmas, but I could be wrong on that one.
McRib season.
It is McRib season. But I've already had my one. That's sort of all you need.
I've had my one too, but if you space them out, you could be like you catch the beginning of the season at the end of the season.
Now I got to ask, how do you McRib? I mean, are you somebody who likes it sauce heavy? Do you like it? Because a lot of people say it's too much, like as far as like sauce goes.
I like it saucy, but you can over sauce it. Like if there is literally a pool of sauce still in the thing, that's a little too much.
It's not a sandwich that can be consumed in a vehicle or nice clothing.
Yeah.
Now,
to be honest, if there's no sauce, it's kind of gross. Because then you taste more of the fake rib or whatever that stuff is. And
it does.
You need the sauce.
Processed meat shouldn't have game.
But now a mask of the fake rib.
Now there's also the toppings, because a lot of people are like, it's unnecessary.
I love the pickles.
I think that onions are absolutely necessary. Pickles are essential. I always go extra pickles on mine.
To me, generally speaking, they put the right amount for me. I like that pickle to onion to fake rib to sauce situation. But when it's to the point where I'm like my whole hand is just caked in the sauce because that's the only way I can pick it up, that's a bit much. But I like it saucy.
You heard it here first, folks. Like Winters likes it saucy.
The only time that's good is if you get like a 6-pack side piece to just dip into the extra sauce from the barbecue.
And it's a totally different barbecue sauce. Like it's completely different from the one
it's not the same as the you get in the cup or whatever the container.
Yeah.
Have you tried their this new buffalo sauce thing at there?
I haven't yet. No.
See, I'm not a buffalo guy.
I can be. I can be won over. I like a little twang.
Buffalo's a once in every while thing. I'm not most of the time because it's like of all the hot sauces. Tabasco is not my favorite flavored so much. And so buffalo sauce tastes very Tabasco.
Well, buffalo is usually like a Frank situation.
I don't know. It just has that Tabasco twinge to me that is.
And you don't like it vinegary?
I like a little vinegary. The buffalo's just a little too much for me.
By the way, and this is I'm just putting this out there as a public service announcement.
Yeah.
There's a restaurant here in Roswell that specializes in serving pancakes. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
They need to change out their Tabasco sauce. It's turned. Every time I've gotten Tabasco sauce to put on my hash browns, it has turned. And I didn't know Tabasco sauce could do that, but it has turned. It's time.
Time to buy a new bottle?
Yes, it is time.
All right.
Like 3 times I've gotten, completely lost my order of hash browns.
You need to bust out because you eat a bunch of MREs. Certainly you've got a stash of little tiny Tabasco bottles.
I only have one.
No, just
and I'm not going to open it because it's,
I used to have literally a drawer full of.
I know you did. And I'm disappointed that you didn't.
I even had the green ones. Like they had little green ones too towards the end.
I know certain veterans that, they have a box of MREs in their garage right now.
Yeah, I don't have that anymore.
For fun.
When I got out and met my wife, most of the things like that went the way of the dodo because I was like, there is no way a woman is going to let me bring these things to my house.
That's the beauty of being single, man. I'm learning about Espit stoves over here and stuff, bro. I'm trying to figure out how to cook cans of potted meat.
But in theory, I had at least a year's worth of crap just between Pilot biscuits and
this is why you get and see. And I know that you were young and in love, and I understand that. This is why we set boundaries. No, this is why you get a self-storage.
Yeah.
You could have kept all of that in a self-storage.
All my treasures.
All of your little treasures. And then every now and again, you can go down to the self-storage. You can open up your door and look at your little treasures. It's your space. That's the point. You can get one of those walk-in ones with the electricity. Man cave that bad boy out.
You should see.
Go down there, have a beanbag chair, a CRT TV with like a NES on it. And
you should see the love seat I had when I was in the military.
Dude, I bet. Did you ever have a spool table?
No, I didn't have enough room.
Oh, that's
it wasn't for lack of want; it was for lack of room. Because I literally had a room about this big to live in. So
that's not a bad amount of space.
So I had the bed, and then of course one corner had like a sink and the all that. The bathroom itself I shared. The toilet and shower I shared with the suite mate. But so I had, and one area had the window, so I had my bed in there, I had a desk, and then one wall is like big wall lockers, so that eats up a bunch there, so you can't really put nothing there. But I had that I went to the antique store down in Alamogordo, got me a nice 70s era love seat with a nice velour, those stream water paddle. Not boats.
Not
the boats, but the
like
little
water
houses.
wheels. Yeah.
They had on all over it.
Nice.
It was uncomfortable as sin because it was lumpy and it had the wood trim that you just never, when you try to lay your head, it had the little arm condom.
The finger, if you've seen this couch, you know what we're talking about. But there's a real hard way to describe. It's real hard to describe. It looks like a tiger's paw, kind of like overstretched, but it's wood.
But then it also had the little matching little doily condom thing you put over the ends that were on that too.
That's classy. That's classy.
Yeah, buddy. That was I ended up bequeathing it to somebody else when I left. I said, I leave you my couch.
Thanks. What did I ever do to you?
No, they loved it. They appreciated it like I appreciated it. And so, but
for such a time as this, it served its purpose. Though, I just, it's so sad as when you sit here and you're talking to a veteran about all the fallen soldiers that he knew before, and I'm talking about all the MREs we lost.
Yeah.
Our fallen brothers and sisters.
I had this weird naked lady lamp too that kind of, it was artistic. It wasn't like,
was it one of those ones with the
like
strings?
A ballerina typey? No. It was almost like not like a real person. It was more shapely, and it was kind of skinny. And I bought it at the same antique store for like $50. So it was my lamp for many years in there too. Oh yeah, my place looked like part 70s pimp pad, part I have no money, but I'm trying to look cool. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, and then I had a computer. I had my Gateway computer in there. That was on my desk. So.
See, that's peak technology right there.
With lightning fast. I had the 33. I didn't even have the 5.
Did you say it was a Gateway?
Yeah.
So so your box came. You bought your computer in a box with the cow print.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we had one of those. We had the box literally sitting in my living room for years.
Yep.
We didn't get rid of that box.
And I also had that Iowa stereo, the gray one. This
Nice.
is what I ended up. Why I learned the hard way that Air Force people make no money. Remember, I tell people about being dumb. This is how I learned that Gateway computer, that stupid Iowa stereo. There's a lot of garbage I bought.
Hey, you were investing in the tech of the day, my friend.
Yeah. that phone line to get that lightning fast dial-up internet. Yeah, buddy.
$56K.
All right, let me get the hour going.
Real quick, quick thought. I remember when I first started like dipping a toe into interest in radio, there was a spot running for DFN Systems.
Oh yeah.
And the spot featured the song "The Heat Is On."
Yeah.
And it was about blazing
that.
fast 56K modems.
I remember.
The heat is on.
Matter of fact, when I first moved to Roswell with my wife, that was our internet, DFN.
Was it?
Yeah, I think everybody had it back then. That was kind of...
Are you still running into @dfn.com emails to this day?
Yeah, to this day, there's still a few. But at that time, it was the, who's who of internet at the time. So
you weren't slumming it with 28.8.
That's right. All right, it is 9:23. Here's your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look good for the next couple of days. Upper 60s for the afternoon high today, and we should be getting plenty of sunshine. Overnight, we'll dip into the mid-30s and clear. We have cool high pressure moving in on Wednesday. That'll give us sunny skies, and we'll stay in the upper 50s. Clear for Wednesday night. Our Thanksgiving Day looks nice. Low 60s and sunny. Mix of sun and clouds Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 40 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity's at 77% with east winds at 3 miles per hour. Sunny today, probably our warmest day for this week. 68 our expected high. Winds will be out of the northwest, 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight's partly cloudy skies. 37 our expected overnight low with northeast winds at around 5 miles per hour. For you Wednesday, our chilly day. We probably won't get to 60 or right about 60. Sunny 59 officially with south winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Wednesday night, we're going to be right at freezing, mostly clear. Overnight low of 32 degrees with south winds at around 5 miles per hour. For your Thanksgiving Day, sunny, low 60s, 63. Our expected high with north winds at around 5 miles per hour. Thursday night, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 35. For you Friday, partly cloudy and 64. So bundle up if you're hitting the Black Friday deals, but if you're going out a little later, it should be a little nicer. Friday night, mostly clear, overnight low of 37. Saturday, weather should be good for football, sunny and a high of 62. Sunday, partly cloudy and 59. And then, like I said, Sunday night, 30% chance of rain and snow showers. Monday, a 40% chance of rain and snow showers. Our high is 46 on Monday. Overnight low of 31 Sunday night. So if we get snow showers, it's more like Sunday night, and then Monday will be the rain showers. But you know what I do? This could be our first snows. We'll see. Cross your fingers or either for that or against that, depending on what team you're on there. All right, 9:26, quick break, and then we're going to play our interview with Carol Wynn from the New Mexico State Police. Don't go away.
When you or a loved one need medical transport, Trans-Aero answers the call. Trans-Aero Medevac operates 3 rotorcraft bases and 1 fixed-wing base in southeastern New Mexico, allowing them to respond quickly to emergencies across diverse terrains. Their fleet extends coverage deep into New Mexico and West Texas, including Artesia, Carlsbad, Roswell, Ruidoso, Midland, Lubbock, and the surrounding areas. Ready to answer the call when every second counts. Trans-Aero Medevac, proudly serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas. Flown for free, thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
All right, Mr. Gobbles, it's that time of year again. Got any last requests? What? You want a smoking deal on a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle? Mucho dinero for your trade and your credit pardon? Well, you're going to have to go to Roswell Ford.
Hey, Roswell Ford is talking real turkey. With our most aggressive offers in more than 5 years. Right now, get massive savings on new Fords and quality pre-owned vehicles with 0% financing and no payments till February 2026. Plus, if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to help you escape from your trade. Even if you owe thousands more than it's worth, worried that your credit is a little foul? Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders who will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. All roads lead to huge American-made savings and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com.
0 APR for 48 months is $20.83 per thousand financed. Interest accrues from date of sale. Subject to lender approval on select vehicles. Offers not combined.
In a medical emergency, every second counts. Artesia General Hospital's emergency department is open 24/7, staffed with highly trained professionals ready to provide life-saving care when you need it most. Don't wait. When minutes matter, trust Artesia General Hospital. Quality emergency care close to home. Learn more at artesiageneral.com.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Men are 6 times more likely to be struck by lightning than women. That's because men are 6 times more likely to wear a tinfoil hat in a thunderstorm. Here's Mike Winters.
He's Carol Wynn with us this morning. Good morning. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing great. So as far as like you're with the state police, your side is with the recruitment and things like that, and so you don't necessarily have to go work a beat anymore, right? In the state police.
No, I've done my time, but I try to get out there whenever I can, just to make sure that I'm still up to date on my skills if I need to.
Sure. Well, and state police is kind of, where your territories are a little different and unique than, say, like a city or county police officer would be. So, you guys tend to kind of cover different, different, I know you guys work hand in hand with the various local police and sheriff's departments, but you kind of do it so like, all right, well, as a state police, our roles cover here, or then the county helps in here. So you guys kind of have probably a different or a more unique experience as a New Mexico State Police than even, say, a county or a city police officer would, right?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. And again, kind of like what you mentioned, we're very unique because it depends on where we get stationed at.
Sure.
And we get to interact with the community, whether it's in a rural area or the metro area. So our roles tend to change when we either get reassigned or we pick a different area where we want to serve our communities.
Gotcha. So for right now, and this is, law enforcement nationally is short-staffed. Just about every department of the country I'm going to take a stab is probably looking for qualified folks to serve. For the New Mexico State Police, is it all over the state right now, or is there certain areas of the state that are in more need of officers, or is it pretty much statewide?
It definitely is statewide. For state police, we try to recruit for the whole state.
Sure.
And we do focus on specific areas. So, for example, northern New Mexico, right? We feel like those communities are underserved, and we try to focus our recruiting efforts in those areas specifically.
Absolutely.
And so, like, there's different periods on depending on, like, what are the needs of the state. That's where we'll focus our recruitment efforts at.
And I would imagine, too, the roles of, where we're in a more rural area where maybe there's less city or county law enforcement, your probably role of state police probably picks up because you got to maybe fill the gap that maybe isn't covered by a city police officer or something like that, right?
Yes, that's correct. We definitely support each other for sure.
Now, I'm kind of curious because I'm a vet in the military, so I understand that way of life here. But as a New Mexico State Police, is recruitment and getting accepted in very kind of similar to how the military does it, where you kind of get in, you're qualified, you'll go through the police, every law enforcement gets their training and things, but like I know, like in the military, you kind of get to do dream sheets and say, hey, I'd love to live or I'd love to be stationed in Texas or Japan or something. Is New Mexico State Police like that? Say, hey, now that I'm going through the academy, then you say, I would love to live in the Farmington area. I'd love to put in. Does it work like that, or do you kind of have to, I guess, earn your way in? It's like, hey, the new folks, we start them here. And then, as you get a little more experience, then you get to kind of pick where you go. How does that process work?
That's a really great question. So that historically, state police was known for that. You wouldn't know your duty station or where you get stationed at towards the end of the academy. And now we recently did that within this past year, where the applicant or the folks that are interested, they get to know where they're going prior to even accepting an offer to go join the academy.
Okay.
So we're definitely changing with the times. We do recognize what does hurt us as New Mexico State Police, because that's the feedback that we get, is that they're afraid to join, they're afraid to put in their application because they don't know where they're going.
Gotcha.
So we've done something different, and we see a lot more applicants come through. So I think it's definitely working for us.
Good deal. And then I think you still offer where, like you said, they can kind of get to know where they go and to put roots. But at the same time, too, if you're wanting to say, hey, this is my thing, but you know what? I think I'd like to try this or something. You could easily, say, all right, well, I put some time here. I would like to go to this part of the state, maybe work on this aspect of New Mexico State Police. So even though you kind of lock in at the beginning, by no means are you probably locked into there for your career. You could probably move as much as you want or as little as you want, depending on, needs and everything else. But if you like to stay in one location, you could probably, do that. But if you're saying, no, I want to kind of do all facets of state police, and you might spend time in Albuquerque 1 minute and then a couple years down in Elida or something like that,
Oh, yeah. There's definitely a lot of opportunity within state police that folks just don't know. They think it's, I'm going to go patrol the streets and that's all I'm doing. No,
sure.
We are a full police agency. We have 10 different specialty teams, from the bomb team to SWAT to K9 to our drone team, our honor guard, even aircraft. And a lot of folks don't realize, like, there's so much opportunity within state police. I've been with state police for nearly 22 years, and I've had a chance to experience all portions of state police. I've been part of the training academy here in recruitment, our special operations. So yes, there's a lot of opportunity. You have the ability to move. We have folks where they come from the southern part of the state, and they're stationed up in the northern part, and they stay there for their entire career. So there's a lot to explore and so much opportunity with state police.
Absolutely. How does, say someone wants to come in, but they have more of the specialized skills? Can they apply? And for instance, say someone's a helicopter pilot and that's where their training is. Do they go through the same path to be a helicopter pilot in the state police as just any other standard police officer would, or does that? Yeah, you know what I mean? Does that skill set, they come in trained? Like in the military, they teach you how to be a helicopter pilot. I'm going to say your helicopter pilots probably have experience prior to, they ain't picking up a helicopter with the New Mexico State Police first. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I feel like you've done your homework. So I really appreciate these questions, and it's great to know that state police is moving forward. So specifically to answer about the helicopter pilot, as of right now, we actually have a pilot that is going through the State Police Academy. And once he finishes the academy, he's going to go directly to our aircraft unit after he gets off of his FTO, which is the field training officer portion. And, you know, yeah, they do produce a special skill set, but we actually have an officer. We're doing a pilot program where we have an officer who does have some flying hours. Okay. And we're actually helping him get his pilot license and those hours he needs to fly our aircraft.
So he's an officer that's converting to be an officer pilot.
Correct. Yes.
Very cool. That's very cool. Yeah. And just talk a little bit about for folks to give them an understanding of how like the career paths go on growth here, because, you know, obviously within your departments and things, your specialized skills and positions, but obviously there's a rank system just like military or any other law enforcement. You know, you got your patrol persons to your lieutenants and sergeants and captains and everything else. How does that chain of command work for someone when they say they come in as a recruit? You know, right? They just graduate the academy and they're full on state troopers. Like how does one, like, where does that career path? I know, like you said, there's many options, but like for the traditional rising in ranks, how does that process work?
So the way it traditionally works is that when somebody is selected, they go through recruit school. Right now, recruit school is 20 weeks. Once they graduate, they are obviously they're given their duty station up front. They would have to do a minimum of 2 years in patrol, which would be in uniform and providing service to the community, first hands-on. And then after 2 years, they have the ability to go into those specialty units that I mentioned earlier, our investigations bureau or special operations. And then once they reach 5 years, they have the ability to promote to a sergeant. Okay. And so once they become a sergeant, they have they're there for 2 years, and then after that, it's every 2 years where they can promote in the ranks. So you have your officer, then your sergeant, and then your lieutenant, then your captain, your major, deputy chief, and all the way up to chief. I always tell people, try to strive to be chief because they never know where they'll be at 20 years down the road. Yeah.
Gotcha. Interesting. You know, and this is something you know, because there is so many, like you said, there's so many different ways to be a police officer, you know, in the New Mexico State Police and doing various jobs and tasks and, you know, things that are what very much seem like within the scope of a police officer and things, and you're thinking, oh, I didn't even realize police officer did that kind of stuff. But I know, like, that's something that, and this is probably unique to all state police, is not just New Mexico, whereas because of the nature of your jurisdiction as state police officers, you know, whenever there's other departments with issues, generally you're the group that comes, like say there's an officer involved shooting at a county or city level, 9 times out of 10 another department's going to handle that investigation, and I'm going to take a stab 9 times out of 10 it's state police because you're the most independent of those agencies and those types of things. So is that really part of the state police as well, where you almost have to have a special investigative division that handles nothing but, you know, not say internal affairs per se, but more officer or other department related cases, if that makes sense?
Yes, so that definitely is a specialized skill within our investigations bureau. So if you choose a path of going into our investigations bureau, you actually have the ability to handle a multitude of different crimes, whether it's a sexual assault crime, whether it's a homicide, and just like you said, an officer-involved shooting. So what's unique about state police is that we have different task force around the state, where it could be because if the agency is so small that they don't have the skill set to actually investigate those crimes, they call on state police to handle it for them. But there's other areas, for example, like Albuquerque Police Department, and more in the metro areas, we form a task force where we're all involved and we provide oversight for each other. So vice versa, if state police was to be involved in an officer-involved shooting, depending on the area, it's either going to be the task force or state police handles their officer-involved shootings independently.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I was just because I figured, well, you know, I mean, obviously all police departments probably have some kind of division or some that handles that, but I figured with state police, you probably handle a bigger volume of that than most other police agencies in the state. So just a hunch.
We do. Yeah, we provide a lot of support too, not just our investigative portion, but our crime scene portion. because we have some of the top training in the world that our agents go through, and the state knows that, and they tend to lean on us to help support them with those crime scenes.
Very good. So let's talk a little bit about the joining up process. Let's start at the beginning as far as what's the bare minimum. If someone is interested in pursuing a career with New Mexico State Police, what are the minimum requirements that they are needed to apply?
So the minimum requirements is that you do have to be 21 years old by the time you graduate.
Okay.
And then you obviously cannot have a felony conviction. And then you have to be a U.S. citizen, possess a high school diploma or GED, and then be of good moral character. And if you are from the military, you just have to be honorably discharged from the U.S. Armed Forces.
Okay. Is there, as far as any, I mean, obviously, if we get veterans prior military coming over, does that process work the same as far as the training and all that, or do they do the exact same stuff that someone who had zero experience do? How does that process work?
Yeah, so the process is the same.
Okay.
The one benefit of a veteran coming over, for example, so state police, the requirement is that you have to have 60 college credit hours once you reach your 2-year probation. But if you are honorably discharged from the military, you do have that waiver where you don't have to provide those 60 college credit hours.
Gotcha. Okay. Very good. So yes, prior experience does help in those areas and things.
Yes.
And not to mention your day-to-day job as a law enforcement officer. It kind of, because there's sides of your job that, yes, you teach everything, but there is, a lot of it you learn on the job, the experience, the senses, the feelings when something's just not right in a room, or all the spider senses that a law enforcement officer gets, that you kind of develop over time a little bit.
Yes, and I'll tell you one thing: the benefit of veterans coming over is that because we are a paramilitary organization, that times that it is easier for them as they go through the academy, and I always like to see it as is that a lot of our folks that go through academy that are veterans, they are actually, our other recruits look up to them. They're the more the mentor,
sure,
because they know the paramilitary academy style. Even that carries and helps them throughout their career, right?
Absolutely.
Even going into like specialty areas, for example, like academy. If they're interested after their 2 years, if they come over and they say, "Hey, I want to help the academy. I want to be an instructor over there," they have that advantage because they have that background.
Absolutely, yeah. That experience is and as a guy that's been through basic myself, it is there's things that you just can't teach in any other environment sometimes. So
exactly. Yes, exactly.
So if one is hearing and saying, you know what, I would like to maybe pursue this, what's the first step? How do we get the ball rolling on starting the application process and the process to becoming a state police officer?
So the easiest way to do it is that they can go on our website. It's joinnmsp.com, and they can fill out an interest card. One of our recruiters will reach out to them. And I just wanted to highlight we currently do have a campaign going on, where we are pushing for trying to hire obviously qualified candidates, but with an emphasis on hiring more females.
Okay.
And we're having these seminars that we are traveling to within state police. We have 12 different districts. And specifically because I am speaking to you, we have one in Roswell coming up on December 10th, where, those that might not know what law enforcement is about, they're hesitant to join. This seminar will give them the ability to ask all the questions, and they get to meet all our officers. And it's not just our officers from state police, but we're encouraging other agencies to join because whatever law enforcement agency that they choose to join is going to benefit New Mexico as a whole.
Absolutely.
So we do want them to join these seminars and get more information because we have that going on. We have a Citizens Academy getting ready to start in January, where they get to come up and experience what a police officer is about.
Absolutely.
So if they wanted more questions on that, they can. We encourage them to email us at nmsp.wles@dps.nm.gov.
Absolutely. And I love that you'd kind of mentioned about the other law enforcement agency things, and too, because like you said, because it makes, at the end of the day, these are all serving and protecting New Mexico, whether it's a New Mexico State Police badge or a county sheriff badge or a city police badge. We definitely appreciate every one of those individuals. And I know that that's a problem in the overall big picture in law enforcement, teaching, and other professions like this, where there is that problem where they kind of rob from each other sometimes, and it's like, oh well,
Yeah.
My department's now down a bunch of folks and things. So I love that you kind of mentioned that, saying it. That is a thing, and we're trying to bring new blood to the law enforcement badge, and we're not necessarily, you know what I mean? And like you said, and said, bringing new younger folks to sign up to be part of the law enforcement family, and like you said with. And I'm thinking, like, just because of the world we live in, like you said, we need more female officers to be out on patrol, because obviously when it comes to certain situations, there's certain probably only male officers can handle in a certain situation. When it comes to searching people and getting into private, more intimate things, and you really want gender the line up there on those kind of, women handling the women, men handling the men.
Agree.
Yeah.
I think the awareness that we're trying to spread is that we complement each other.
Yeah.
We're not saying one is better than the other. Our goal is to focus on we complement each other. We all play a specific role when it comes to handling any situation.
Absolutely.
Right. So I think we benefit each other by helping each other, and we should help each other recruit.
And one thing I really hope that recruits understand, knowing going in that the role of a law enforcement officer, regardless of what you end up doing, whether you're a SWAT officer or a detective or a helicopter pilot, whatever that is, the thing about law enforcement is you wear so many hats. Like 1 minute you're a parent. The next minute you're a psychiatrist. The next minute you're a friend. 1 minute you are the authority figure in the room, or the mom and dad hand, and you know what I mean? So you got to have that ability to be flexible there. Kind of know when it's time to be a listener versus being a dictator, to being a just an ear. I mean, that's every law enforcement officer really has to have a multi-talented kind of ability to be able to talk with people and deal with people and deal with people that are obviously not in their best, and to have ability to talk to them and to get them to get into a more rational state of mind. That is, if you have that ability, you could probably serve as a law enforcement. You'll have a fine career if you have that ability to just connect with people, and that's that's what you're looking for, is the ability to, hey, if things go south real quick, we're prepared, but our job is to always prevent it from getting there. You know what I mean?
You're absolutely right. You just have to learn you just have to know when to turn on and off that switch, when you have to be compassionate, but you also, we talk about safety first, and it's about your safety and the safety of others. Mm-hmm. And there's a time and a place for everything, but there's a time and a place to care for the community and take care of the community too.
Absolutely. And so that's one of the things that I think becoming a state police officer, you're going to grow and learn very quickly, and you probably learn it day one at the academy. You'll start seeing that type of mindset going in. So asking it before we let you go, I know we're getting a little talk about that. Like, how does that work from, okay, we're hiring you, we're going to accept you to the academy. I imagine you guys work with them a lot before they even set foot one into an academy, on just getting them prepared for the academy. Is that right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
We provide a mentorship program, and this is before the academy. We meet with them either together as a group, depending on where this applicant is coming from, and we ask them to please, hey, come and join us for a good workout session if they have any questions. And it's not just for the applicant themselves, it's for their families,
sure.
Right? Because you think about it, that they're up here at the academy in Santa Fe.
Absolutely.
And their significant other, their family members, have to take care of business at home.
Absolutely.
And we want to be able to provide that support system for them as well, that they have the ability to reach out to us. But we also want to assure them that if there's anything that we can do, again, it comes to that whole mindset of we're serving the community and you're part of our community. We're trying to make things better for you, and we're trying to help you as an applicant, but you not to having to worry what's going on at home.
Absolutely.
So we think that this mentorship program, it has been very successful, and it has definitely helped these applicants that come through and these recruits that come through, I think it puts a little less stress on them.
Absolutely.
When they're going through. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So, folks, really, if you're interested and you're hearing this right now, please join us. Give out the December 10th, the times and event, all the pertinent information one more time on that one.
Yeah, so it's going to be December 10th. It's going to be at the Roswell State Police Station there.
Yes.
In Roswell from 6 to 8. And then if they have any questions on it, the address is 4207 West 2nd Street there in Roswell.
Yeah.
And if they have any questions, they can go to nmsp.wles@dps.nm.gov.
Yeah, if folks are not, I think most people, but if you're not, if you're like heading off 2nd out of town towards Ruidoso, you'll see the police station there on your right as you're heading out of town. There, you can't miss it. So. Yep. But and then of course, you by all means, you don't have to wait till December 10th. If you're hearing this now, please come by or go onto the website and let's start the process and let's start talking and who knows, maybe about a year from now we're seeing you behind the badge and getting ready to serve and protect in some way, shape, or form around the state here, wherever where you want to go.
Yes. Please come join us.
Absolutely. Carol, is there any information, anything we wanted to share that we skipped or spaced or anything like that we wanted to make sure we get out there?
No, I appreciate the time and opportunity. Again, I ask that you come and join one of our seminars. If you can't make it, we have seminars all throughout the state. Or if you just simply have a question and you don't have an opportunity to stop by, just call us.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you this too. Now, not when they're on a call or in the middle of something, but if you happen to walk into a restaurant and catch a officer sit down having lunch or something, and but definitely feel free to talk to them and say, hey, what's it life like? A lot of them will be very happy to sit down and share you what life is like as a state police officer. So.
Yep, I appreciate that.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Carol, and we look forward to seeing you down the road here.
Thank you.
With your Pecos. Now for your Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. Thanks for joining us. This week's Minute with the Mayor in Artesia is with Mayor Pro Tem Jeff Yautze. If you've got any questions about anything going on in town, just go to Kith and Kin from 8:30 to 9:30 and get the info straight from Mayor Pro Tem Jeff Yautze. The Roswell City Council recognizing Utilities Director Andrew Valadez and Engineering and Infrastructure Director James McCormack after the two received a Catalina Muniz Utilities Award for exceptional infrastructure projects. The award presented to the pair at the New Mexico Infrastructure Finance Conference that took place in Albuquerque earlier this month. It recognized the efforts of Valadez and McCormack in the wastewater collection line emergency response, dealing with damages to the system caused by the October 2024 flooding in Roswell. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo reporting.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
One damning note in particular confirms what many of us have known and argued all along. At the outset, the Russia collusion narrative it was all fiction. If you go to the Durham report, to vilify Donald Trump by stirring up a scandal claiming interference by the Russian security services, and you add to that Tulsi Gabbard's declassification when the intel community career senior intelligence officials determined after 2016 that there was no Trump-Russia collusion, and then again, the declassified documents show that it was Obama himself that ordered a reassessment, a new intelligence assessment. This is now very problematic. But Comey's, testimony contradicts his own handwritten material that they found in these burn bags.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Right now in Ukraine, with the war ongoing, elderly Jewish people are trapped in unbearable poverty. For example, Galina is a 96-year-old Holocaust survivor who has spent her life in the same village. She's now sick and alone, and now it's bitter cold. Like every day, she's got to decide whether to spend what little money she has on food, medication, or heating. Now, thanks to your generosity and the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews, you can bring hope to all of those in need. Your gift of $25 will help provide a food box packed full of life-saving essentials that will help feed an elderly individual, a Jewish person struggling just to survive. Don't delay. Your gift today will help provide these life-saving food and hope to people like Alina and many like her that are in desperate need. Rush your gift now. Call toll-free. It's 888-488-IFCJ. That's 888-488-IFCJ. Online, it's HannityForTheFellowship.org. That's HannityForTheFellowship, one word, .org.
With your Cowboys Report, I'm Christy Scales. An undrafted rookie has gone viral for a huge play in Sunday's win over Philly. We'll introduce you to Elijah Clark after this.
Cowboys Nation is big because everything's bigger in Texas. And Reliant has the energy to power it all. From home field advantage to home sweet home, Reliant has Dallas Cowboys fans all across the Lone Star State covered for every electric moment this season and beyond. Reliant, proud to be the official energy provider of your Dallas Cowboys.
Reliant, PUCT number 10007.
Whether you're buying a home, looking for a partner to take care of your HR and payroll needs, or giving your employees the benefits they deserve, SWBC is here to help. From personalized home loans to a team of experts to help grow your business, SWBC is your partner. For your family, for your business, for your wins. Forward together. Visit SWBC.com to learn more.
SWBC Mortgage Corporation, NMLS number 9741, an equal housing lender.
In 2 days, when Dak and the Cowboys welcome Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs to center stage on Thanksgiving Day at AT&T Stadium, there'll be a rookie playing special teams for Dallas who's drawn more social media attention than those two superstars combined this week, thanks to a fantastic play made in Sunday's win over Philly. Backup safety Elijah Clark got knocked down twice covering a punt, kept going, made a huge hit, and forced a fumble in Dallas's fourth quarter rally. Clark said he learned to be tenacious at an early age.
I'm from Camden, New Jersey, so my life been up and down my whole life. So I do the same thing at practice. They tell me to slow down all the time. I just say I go 100%, just because you never know what can happen.
Post Malone will perform at halftime for Thursday's annual Thanksgiving Red Kettle Kickoff for the Salvation Army, which you'll hear right here on your radio home for the boys. With your Cowboys Report, I'm Christy Scales.
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward & Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925. We have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward & Son Insurance Agency.
Thanksgiving season is here, and Roswell Honda is serving up the saving. Now through November 26th, find huge rebates and discounts across the lot for you to gobble up. Get 3.99% for 60 months on all 2026 Honda CR-V, CR-V Hybrid, or HR-V. 2.99% for 60 months on 2025 Honda Accord Hybrid, or at least the all-new 2026 Honda Civic Hybrid, just $269 a month for 36 months. Plus, get a free soda 12-pack just for stopping by, free pie with a qualified test drive, and a free turkey with purchase. All into savings at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Bill Cunningham is now in Roswell on 106.5 FM.